I reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. On the Dim Tube Show. It's fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra S, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's teach the number one intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you are seeing me clearly. Let me know if you are hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 253. I trust that everybody is okay. For all the persons who are in the hearing of my voice, I trust that you are healthy and your family likewise. For all the persons who are working at this time of the evening, I trust that your shift will end soon. You will get a chance to be home with your friends and family. For the persons who are on the road, please get home safely. For the people in my home, lockdown, curfew, it's rough, but big up on yourself. Good night, everybody. We're there. Soon circle.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message I reach them. You know, it's teach them the number one intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey, yo, like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey, yo, we always up to something. Teach them! Hey, yo, send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here, Warlord representing.
Yeah, peeps. So as we have said, the people them are ready for listen to talk about some things we have to jam down. Jam rock. Jamaica land we love. Land of food and water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vibes Cartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, Portia Simpson Miller, Marcus Messiah Garvey. Some people from down at Orangeville. You understand what I say? Big up on yourself, peeps. I did not stream on Friday night. Really and truly wasn't feeling well, and I decided to, instead of coming on here, because I not feel well, I just take with myself. You understand, my throat was giving me a rough time. I think it's sinus related. Well, I hope it is sinus related. I've been treating that and I'm doing a lot better now. Still not really 100, but I give thanks. You understand what I say? Yes, Jaja. Yeah, what for start? But even to in a whole heap of negative energy tonight, so I just want to get rid of some topic and go to my bed. You understand? If I wasn't streaming now, I would be working on the latest update on the COVID situation. Those videos, they haven't caught on. For whatever reasons, I know some people don't really, you know what I mean? But I in the context of things, I enjoy doing those videos in terms of providing the data, as unfortunate as it is, Zane. As somebody who would have done statistical geography and teach statistical geography, I have an appreciation for the statistical aspect of the COVID situation. So those videos take a long time. Don't know why nobody now watch them, but we leave it 2 minutes. Right now we just do a video. If nobody now watch, we'll do our next one, and then we'll do our next one until somebody watch one. I just the minutes that we're upon and I was still. You see me I say? I was sitting there while I was scripting the topics for the stream earlier, saying we haven't gotten any COVID update for the day, and me I hope we don't get none as my done say so. Boom, the health minister tweet, COVID update coming. You understand? So we know what it is forward. But then we still have to give thanks. Yesterday the numbers were 32 new cases. Today it is 6 new. There are 6 new cases. The unfortunate situation though is that we are also hearing that we currently have a 9th death. So we have recorded our 9th fatality amid the COVID situation. That is really and truly unfortunate. You understand? Wow. 9th COVID death as St. Mary records 6 more cases, pushing Jamaica's tally to 469. So Jamaica today recorded its 9th COVID-related death. The deceased is a 72-year-old male patient from the corporate area. Zane? Wow. In the meantime, there were 6 new coronavirus cases today, pushing the total to 469 from the 463 last night. All 6 cases are from St. Mary, pushing the parish tally to 15. So no new case from St. Catherine recorded today. That I find that very strange, but I really and truly appreciate that. So we'll talk to you about the St. Catherine situation. I think I want to keep a Jamaican thing behind me tonight most of the time, guys. You know what I mean? There were also 5 more recoveries. That means there are now 38 patients who have recovered and have been released. I wish that more persons would have recovered already, but we give thanks. Let me give you, as I said, I will start working on the breakdown video after I finish the stream, and I'll probably upload it in the morning because I keep on upload them video at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and then everybody asleep, and then getting an early traction. So I see what can go on. Last night I was ready and waiting, and they took forever to post the statistics on the app. Upgrade the statistics, update the statistics. So I'm gonna upload the video until about 12:30 last night. Ah boy, let me see if I can find the latest breakdown now. Alright, so now Jamaica now has 35 imported cases, 161 are contacts of a confirmed case, 9 are local transmission cases not epidemiologically linked, and 264 are currently under investigation. 216 of those on the investigation are linked to the workplace cluster in St. Catherine. Of the cases in Jamaica, some 290 or 62% are females, while 179 or 38% are males, and the ages are all confirmed cases ranges from 2 months old to 87 years old. 418 samples were tested in the last 24 hours. So each day the number of samples tested seems to be increasing. So that is good. I suppose this is one positive. But the reality is that the more samples they test, the more positives you may come across. So there's that. Seeing at the National Influenza Center and the National Public Health Lab, bringing the total number of samples tested today to 5,633 with the 469 positives. This is why I never stream Friday night, because I know as I start read, I'm going to start, my throat going to start itch me some more. 5,126 negatives and 38 samples are pending. There are now 439 patients in isolation and 88 are in quarantine at a government facility. 9 persons have died, while 5 additional patients have recovered and have been released from the hospital, bringing the total recovered and released to 38. The document not finished. I think there's a breakdown, further breakdown. So, by way of summary, total samples tested 5,633, positive results 469, negative results 5,126. The number of tests pending 38. That in itself is the next problem, because out of the 38, the positives can be small or it can be large. Oh, there's none. Yes, and it will be a wonderful day when a 24-hour period of testing would have elapsed and we have not recorded a new case. Highly unlikely for now, but we have to hope and pray, as my father said. Especially with the St. Catherine restrictions being lifted. I don't know who come up with a silly idea, but we soon get to that. 9 persons have died. 38 recovered and released. Positive suspected patients hospitalized, 86. Positive or suspected patients hospitalized, 86. Patients moderately ill, 4. Patients critically ill. It is always important to look at the pending test results and the amount of patients who are critically ill. So if somebody is critically ill, it means that. You understand? Patients in facility isolation, 211. Patients in home isolation, 118. Patients in transitional facilities, 24. And persons in government quarantine, 88. And them things. January Star. Yeah, but it really and truly sad to hear that there's another fatality. But it is also very positive to note that today we only have 6. I think this is the lowest number we have had for over a month now. Yeah, so I say good night to all of the persons who are in the stream. Please share the stream, guys. It look like the notifications have never got. You know, YouTube kind of do that many times recently. Zane, I don't know, but we still have to do the work. Ah, boy. This thing. No. St. Catherine was placed under 17 days lockdown, so to speak, with shopping days being increased from as the thing went on. On Friday the 1st of May, the restrictions for the 24-hour curfew on St. Catherine was lifted. I was to do a video, but then I never did I feel so well again Friday and Saturday, and we never bother do it. Publicly stating my opinion, Zane, that I think I did tweet one tweet, and let me see, because I tweet just encapsulate that totally. I think I did pin that tweet, so I think it's hard to find. You see? I say I can't find it. Yeah. So, yeah, man, see you tweet here. Please let the record show that I think it is too early to lift the restrictions on St. Catherine. In St. Catherine should be there, I suppose. I understand the challenges being faced by residents of the parish, but this move is not only premature, but ill-advised. Hashtag wrong move. And as the tweet said, I understand the challenges being faced by residents of St. Catherine. As a matter of fact, I'll go further. I am not only saying this as a concerned Jamaican, Zane, I am not only saying this as somebody who wants this COVID thing to be arrested as soon as possible, but I am also saying this as a resident of St. Catherine. The restrictions on St. Catherine have been lifted too early. As far as I am concerned, at worst case, it should be 1 more week. Worst case. Because if you follow the numbers, and as I said, having been doing these statistical breakdown videos recently, like some things just jump out at you. St. Catherine continues to, let me drop the app now, because I don't want to tell a lie now. St. Catherine continues to lead the way in active cases and in confirmed cases. Yeah? Currently, St. Catherine have 278 of the 469 cases. Almost half of the cases. And many of these cases many of the infections have been recorded in the past week to 2 weeks. Understand? So it simply means that there are many active cases in relation to St. Catherine that have been found and persons have been isolated. But if you do the maths, common sense and logics will tell you that there may be at least 278 people in St. Catherine who have the virus, but either probably not present, they are asymptomatic. Zane, them probably feel sick, but they not tell nobody. Zane, them probably hide from the authorities because they still can't find about 60 to 70 people from Alorica. You understand what I say? So it means then that allowing the St. Catherine population to move freely again and engage and interact and mingle with persons from neighboring parishes and other parishes, it is a potential recipe for disaster. And I am not one to preach doom and gloom, Zane, but out of an abundance of caution, I would advise people who either live in St. Catherine or are neighboring parishes of St. Catherine, please continue to exercise. I will not ask for discriminating and stigmatize. I'm just saying for your own benefit and protection, continue to exercise great caution as it relates to how you engage people. And yes, I know that there are persons who are suggesting that persons are suffering and persons are hungry. I understand the challenges. Seeing what the government should be using the time to do is to find creative ways to assist and reach out to those persons who are in a situation where they are struggling financially in St. Catherine. As I'm saying, my humble opinion is that the restrictions on St. Catherine should have been in place for at least 1 more week. But then nobody voted for me. Zane. So I not have no say in a certain things, but as an observer and as a resident of St. Catherine, because I not hide that, you know. You understand? As a resident of St. Catherine, it would be wise if the restrictions were not lifted so soon. I am sitting and I am watching the numbers closely, and I marked down where the numbers were on the 1st of May, and I will be watching the trend, because I will be the first person to say owner should have lift it at the time. I hope I don't have to do that, but the reality is that it's a dangerous game we're playing. I know there are the persons with the whole heap of letters beside, under, above, and in them name. You understand? All sort of D's and C's and A's and the technocrats and the advisors. And I suppose the Prime Minister and the Minister of Health would have made decisions based on the advice given to them by the technocrats. See? But sometimes common sense is greater than qualifications on paper. I say no more. I came across an article earlier where it says countries that have eased restrictions are now seen a peak in their numbers and new cases. Like, you don't need to be no rocket science to figure so that going to happen. If you have not eradicated the virus, and at this point in time, there's no country in the world that has achieved that. See, it means that if you lift restrictions and people are now able to move freely, then some persons now get a false sense of security. Some persons just can't bother no more, and things get worse than they were before the restrictions were lifted. You understand? I think it is more important now to sacrifice for the greater good for the long term than trying to find whatever you're searching for, be it balance here or there, for the short term. You understand? But as I said, nobody never vote for me, and I have one couple local letter before my name or after, whichever you want to put it, but I not have as enough as some people. But what I think I have sometimes is a little bit of common sense and foresight. See, and that goes a long way. Mixed reactions from residents as St. Catherine lockdown ends. The 17-day lockdown / curfew of St. Catherine ended at 6 a.m. on Friday to mixed reactions from residents of the parish. While many are happy that they are once again free to travel outside the parish, and travel they did. The roadways were... Ah, boy. Some residents, especially in Portmore, are concerned that the measure has been lifted too soon. The parish was placed on lockdown on the 15th of April after a spike in COVID-19 cases at the call center company Alorica, which is located in Portmore. Up to Thursday, a long story this, because the article I kind of look a bit older now, but the long and short of the story is that while some persons are very happy because they can move about, some persons are weary of the fact that it may have been too soon. Again, as the COVID fight continues, there are new developments and discoveries being made on an hourly basis in some instance, and in some instance on a daily basis. One that I came across that I found interesting is a situation where there's a rare inflammatory syndrome seen in children with COVID-19. Children have largely been spared the worst of the COVID-19, but there may be a rare complication, an inflammatory syndrome that one doctor described as causing patients to feel like every blood vessel in their body is on fire. Britain's National Health Service first sounded the alarm over the weekend, warning about a small rise in children infected with the coronavirus that have overlapping features of toxic shock syndrome and atypical Kawasaki disease. All of the pediatricians and critical care medics are working together to see whether it is connected with COVID-19. Yeah? I'm not going to read through the whole of the document, the whole of the article quite long, but it is just another thing that you need to pay attention to. I am still tracking us to see if any final judgment has been made on it and them something, but I'm tired. I saw a picture where a child's toes, all of them were swollen and red and look blistered like somebody used one board and beat the child. That is related to COVID, they're saying. Boy. Dinner share. Dumpling and mackerel. We give thanks because something at the pot still. The work not easy. So much has been made about the situation in relation to cruise ship passengers, Jamaican nationals who were stranded on various cruise lines. Most popularly, the Morelia Discovery 2, but there were a number of other ships where Jamaican crew members were a part of that wanted to come home and were not able to do so. See? Father Raymond Johnson, you know me, I look on the picture and you look like somebody who used to work with one night time, you know. Name Mr. Johnson too, but interesting. But I know if I'm Mr. Johnson that way I know, because we shouldn't pick up that long time. So now, the government has been saying for a little bit that they have formulated a protocol for the controlled re-entry of Jamaican nationals stranded overseas. I suppose that those were the exact words that they use. They use it so regular that I know them in my head. Ship workers to return on May 6th. There is... all right, Father Johnson. Zane, there is a little bit of controversy in relation to this, where claims were being made that the Jamaican government asks some people to pay for the ship workers them come home. The Jamaican government them say nothing like that. I did see the article, I never did get to read it. One time more time to process so much things at daytime. I can't bother. I tell you the truth, God love. Yes, and so I just try to get as much as I can and be comfortable with the info so I can rough. There is newfound elation. As a matter of fact, I read an article earlier where another Jamaican stranded on, I don't remember what the ship name, Zane was not afforded the opportunity to disembark in Jamaica, and the ship is now on its way to the Dominican Republic. The passengers so them understand, but one whole heap of things. So I suppose that will be another source of contention and conflict in the days to come. I will familiarize myself with that so I can talk about it when next I stream. Because more than likely there will be a press conference tomorrow, because the press conference on Friday was postponed. Why, I have no idea. Zane, me tweet the Minister of Health. Normally when me tweet him, not me personally, but he generally responds to tweets. I would have tweeted at him asking him about the absence of the CMO. One very nice little message, you understand? And if he's at liberty to speak as it relates to her absence and them something there. We don't get no reply. Zane, so we don't know about that neither. There's newfound elation for the 43 Jamaican ship workers aboard the Mariela Discovery 2. In a matter of days, they will be coming home. According to one of the workers, the group has been advised that they will be leaving London on the 6th of May. 6th. It is welcome news for the elderly parents of one of the ship workers. And them something there. So last night, the retiree mom said she and her husband were overjoyed and already have an idea of the meal they will be preparing for their daughters welcome home. But mommy and daddy, one little thing one probably not remember. I want to tell them, I say, I mean, I want to burst no bubble like still, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. But between me and Uno, the workers, including your child, when they reach Jamaica, safe and sound, they will have to serve 14 days in a government quarantine. Yeah, I mean, I really want to break that tune like this still, but I just saw a thing say. Yes, and thing. Yeah. One only for something. Oh, okay. Oh, see, coming in with the article. They know. So me I go and let me know things and them know too. The mother said that she understands the government requirement for the ship workers to go into 14 days quarantine when they return to Jamaica. It's true, I didn't really read the article still, but you know what I mean? What's the count? 469. You see? 9 deaths, 38 recoveries, 38 samples pending. Rough. 6 new cases today, all from St. Mary. The person who died, 70-something-year-old from the corporate area, you know, that can be Kingston or St. Andrew or one of them places. Yeah, so that's the story. So the long and short of the story is that those 43 ship workers are coming home. One of the little things is that the arrangement is that the plane that takes home the Jamaicans will also be taking back British nationals who have been stranded in Jamaica after the borders were closed. So I suppose everybody a benefit. One watch the other. So it's basically a British bailout type of thing. But glad the workers them are forward home. I'm sorry if you know say it takes so long, and sorry if you know say them never get fit disembark the ship while it was off the coast of Jamaica. You understand? But I'm glad for know say all of them okay. Zine, and when them forward in, them just serve them 14 days and then we just move on. And all the other persons out there in the diaspora who are stranded and want to come home, I trust that if you decide say the best idea is you come home now, when you come home, Zine, you serve your time and we come together to try to help the country. You understand? It's rough. Zine, them thing is why it don't win no in it, you just make a decision that you think is best and you just live by it. Yeah, so it's rough. Zine, we're not going to agree with every decision where the policy makers make. Zine, hence the reason why we have forums like these where we can voice our opinions and our concerns. As I promised, I was hoping to be taking a few calls from here and there, but a couple of things are now the device has not reached to me. You know, most of the movements are good slow down because of the whole COVID-19. So I'm not complaining when it reaches me, just I make you know. You understand? Plus we still have a phone situation because I'm telling you so the phone I normally use to take calls. But I kind of give it to one of my friend who did have some phone problem. See, and so we need to work on that too. So we need to acquire our next phone and things. So we see how that go. Because I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say. See, in a them time here and thing. Positive things and negative things, but things, you understand? So we listen to things them, and if we can add to them, we add. If we can correct a one, we correct a one. If we can agree, we agree. If we can disagree, we disagree. You know I think. You understand? But I want to do that. One next story. Normally we save them a story I feel last. But yesterday story, I know, it kind of related to the COVID situation, so we have to share it. So, big up to the persons who have been messaging me on the channel phone and you might not get no reply. It's just that the message them did pile up from Saturday, well, from Friday night into Saturday. I'm gonna get drawn for clearing them and still. I just that. So I'm gonna give me a little time. You understand? I feel like running away. Sex workers struggling amid COVID-19. So the world's oldest profession is floundering in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, which has single-handedly, in only a few weeks, curtailed an industry that has been around for millennia. Sex workers are seeing firsthand the negative impacts of the pandemic. Even the sex workers who ply their trade in massage parlors and exotic clubs now find themselves pushed onto the streets, where they are more vulnerable to violence, sexually transmitted infections, and even human trafficking. Others, especially the marginalized streetwalkers, have been severely impacted by curfews and the paranoia surrounding a disease which is a killer and about which little is known. Consumers have less disposable income to spend on certain pursuits, and more sex workers are not techno-savvy enough. I suppose this could be tech-savvy, them have techno-savvy, I suppose technologically savvy, them shorten, enough to cash in on other income streams such as camming or OnlyFans.com. This is the worst time ever right now. I don't know where or how to start. Grace, a 38-year-old prostitute who chose to use a pseudonym to protect her identity. I have 4 kids, but only one with a dad. And no source of income. Bills and bill on top of bill. The only good thing is that the next door Wi-Fi open. Thank God for your next door neighbor. Big up yourself, neighbor. So I just hope they don't put on a code on it. I never used to beg. Now I beg a lot. And not everyone is kind around here. Grace has no savings as a buffer against bankruptcy. So the abrupt halt in her industry has hit her hard. It is bad. Real bad. Sometimes I feel like run away and leave my kids. But it is so hard to leave them. Mama, that should have never be an option still. But why? I know it's rough still. But why? That. As a highly criminalized community, sex workers are disproportionately likely to enter into the criminal justice system and be incarcerated. Grace used to patrol the deserted streets of her town where her clients would pick her up for clandestine hookups. She has been doing it for several years and is extremely secretive about what she does for a living. I don't want to end up in the news. My kids are very old and I don't want to hurt them if I get arrested or if people find out, she said. Grace admitted that her customers, even her regulars, are perhaps feeling the financial pinch. That is why they have largely done a disappearing act. The public health crisis has decimated their industry and has led to huge loss of income. I figure all of them have the same problem as me now. No one has money, or the little they have is to serve them through this crisis. Right now, my head even hurts thinking about how I am going to survive another week without any income. We have to be cutting down on food, she said. Before the COVID crisis, Grace said she could generate at least $10,000 to $15,000 per week. I'm not really hot still, which enabled her to live. I leave them obvious still. I don't mean write the article. Which enabled her to live a decent lifestyle, or to live a decent lifestyle. Something she would not have been able to accomplish working the other jobs. Really? But I mean, 10 to 15 grand a week still better than no grand a week done. Because I suppose if she did still make her 10 to 15 grand, she then okay, I guess she find a way to live within her means, innit? I am afraid of getting sick. I don't have insurance. It is a tough life. And it gets even worse now. I can't get any other job right now, she said. In this present COVID-19 crisis, sex workers run a higher risk of COVID-19 transmission, as many jobs, like stripping, escorting and massage work require in-person gatherings and physical intimacy. Right now, I don't know when the industry will come back. I'm afraid to go back out there. Judge how the man them feel because it's an invisible virus and them say people without symptoms can have it and I spread it. I not even know what kind of crosses this on the land. Grace said. What kind of crosses? Indeed. Jano. Grace sound like is a decent empress still. I try feed our youths there. You understand? But you see, the thing with articles like this, so I understand. Even if as somebody out there might want help Grace put food on her table for 2 days or 3 days, then how you gonna find Grace? Cause then Grace not have no face and Grace no want no trace. So no number no there for this case. So that way. I'm want to use a little opportunity to say a little things still. I know things rough. Financially, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually for some people. Things challenging. You understand? But the reality is that no matter how bad you think things are with you, you have somebody out there who on a worse level than you. You feel me? And sometimes you have, as people, we don't react until somebody initiate. See? And I know we are trying to hold on to what we got for our people and ourselves. Which is fine. You have to look out for yourself. But if you're in a position where you can do a one thing for a one man, Zane, without being asked, you can but just probably know say a particular situation is X. And then have to be house and car. You understand what I say? Zane, you cook some food and you have some food where you can plate some and to your neighbor. Zane. Because your neighbor might be there, your neighbor hungry and you don't know that. You feel what I say? Zane, you might have a spare $1,000. It not kill you. Zane. It thinks that way people. And if persons who have been working day in day out are struggle, you can imagine people who had never been at work before the situation. You understand? So sometimes it's good for looking at ourselves and sometimes a sacrifice we a sacrifice for help. I want, but remember say when you give, you will receive something along the line. And if even you wanna get it, your youths them will get it. See me? So in these times, if we can help each other, we just help each other, yeah, sir. You understand? Jaja. Teach touch his face. I mean I can't touch my face, brother. My hand clean, I wash my hand, I sanitize, I just bathe. Then my place clean down. Then I know I'm not supposed to touch my face, but then I like me go out the door and come in and I touch my face. Like it's me alone there, me yard, nobody not come here, me not go nowhere. You understand? So if me touching my face, then it's not the end of the world, family. You see me? I'm conscious of me and touch my face. I know I'm not supposed to do it still, but like you know what I mean? Yeah, peeps. What channel? I uploaded a video earlier while I was preparing for the stream. One next situation where it's like as there are so many people in this country who are trying so hard to avoid this coronavirus situation. See? Who are trying so hard to help the corona fight. Who remove themselves from the general population unless them have to go out. Seeing? And then you have some people who, in a one go, basically rub out all of the efforts what other persons have been making to help in the corona situation. We have seen many videos, seen many instances, you understand? And many persons have come to the defense of these people. Seeing, and when people talk, you hear say people this and people not like this and people are fight this and them something. See, there was a video circulating on social media recently where in the middle of the curfew, police driving on a place and some people were out there cook out, run left dumpling in a pot and food pan, all sort of something. Like, Jano. Then there was a situation last night where the police would have arrested 18 Jamaicans who were at a party on Orange Street / in Orangeville at thereabout. Yes, and there wasn't any article, it was a tweet by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and I did the video. So I know some people don't watch the video yet. I guess some people might see the amateur that was done. And the people that have video again, please me ask you. Hold on, before me even. Please me ask you, you see? I don't ask you much, you know. That's what I thought, I don't ask you nothing at all. I don't really trouble people like that. But I ask you if you look at it. You see them video you want to do, some of them work out to be important in terms of sharing information and them something. See? Please me ask you. You see when I video them, I know it is natural for you to take up your phone and hold it like this. But please, for the purpose of the persons reusing the videos, please just your phone can go to say there's nothing blocking it, you know. Just come my phone full of it, you know. Just please turn your phone like this. That's all me ask. Me not ask much. Please. God man. Like at the most annoying thing for when I try to edit a video and these them big old black bars. And at 720p or 1080p them video. So by the time you punch, and I like even at 4K them records, if you punch in, you still have some quality. And as somebody who deals with primarily video, these things, like them things are just annoy. Yo, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Please me ask you. So I don't really want, but you see you can catch it fast, so you can catch it fast, you know, and balance it, and you have greater balance on your movie, and you up so, and you go around so, and the thing smooth, and and next thing, don't turn up your phone volume to a buck. Turn in about the middle, because when you do that, the audio peak and it annoying too. You understand? So I teach you look at videoing skills. So to keep your phone on half balance, volume, and steady your hand them and them. Give me 2 good video for use, man. Sure. Side. And I video them already. And just video them properly and done, man. And only for vertical video. Like our Instagram channel, man, I run. Yeah, see our YouTube channel. I protect bad things make joke more time. But see if you there, peeps. We do all our information and then something. Yeah, star. John Star. 18 persons arrested in Kingston for breaching the Disaster Risk Management Act.
Boss, I can't believe this. Curfew time and there's a party.
Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
18 persons were arrested by a team of police from the Public Safety and the Traffic Enforcement Branch, PSTEB, and the Kingston Central Police for breaching of the Disaster Risk Management Act on Orange Street in Kingston last night. They are 41-year-old Ian Scott, a tiler of Orange Street in Kingston, 32-year-old Nair Brown, an electronic salesman of Orange Street in Kingston, 22-year-old Kerryon Wilson, a student of Orange Street in Kingston, 27-year-old Michael Isaacs, a machine operator of Orange Street in Kingston, 68-year-old Errol Sinclair, unemployed of Orange Street in Kingston, 42-year-old Kevin Wilson, a footballer of Orange Street in Kingston. Hold on there. 42-year-old Kevin Wilson, a footballer. Don't tell me say that footballer is Kevin Pele Wilson. You know what? So it just a click to me. A man at 42-year-old. What kind of footballer 42-year-old man a play? And the time the Masters League not play out here. Kevin Wilson. Don't tell me say a Kevin Pele Wilson when you used to play for Charlie Smith and Arnett Garden and get national call up. But I mean, I tell you, Jano, I could be wrong still, but we see. 25-year-old Shanice Powell, a firefighter of Orange Street in Kingston. 28-year-old Javier Ellis, a janitor of Tarrant Drive in Kingston 10. 23-year-old Kenroy Collins, a forklift operator of Garden Road in Kingston. 21-year-old Jermaine Reed, a factory worker of Garden Road in Kingston. 25-year-old Javon Walker, a machine operator of Garden Road in Kingston. 24-year-old Alex Anson, a machine operator of Garden Road in Kingston. 42-year-old Glenford Elvin, a firefighter of Old Hope Road, Kingston 6. 68-year-old Gossett Haye, a carpenter of Boulevard Park in Kingston 11. 44-year-old Carl Jackson, a porter of Wellington Street in Kingston 4. 58-year-old Rickton Warthrope, a guardsman of 440 Drive in Kingston 20. 41-year-old Devon Armsby, a labourer of 440 Drive in Kingston 20. And 35-year-old Steve Brown, a construction worker of 440 Drive in Kingston 20.
Boss, I can't believe this. Curfew time and there's a party. You can't believe this. Look at this. Curfew time and there's a party going on right here. Look there. Yeah, no party them a keep. I'm doing it. Inspector, I'm doing it already. I can't believe this. Curfew hours and they're keeping a party. What time is it now, sir?
Yeah, less than 9 now. Less than 9. Hello.
That's what I'm saying to go. Go over there, so light. You never said online.
Can't believe this.
Hundreds of them elude us over there, so.
Reports from Peace Step are that about 7:15 p.m. the team was on patrol on Orange Street when they heard loud music playing and proceeded to investigate the source. They subsequently found a group of people at a party and instructed them to go home. The majority complied, however 18 did not, which resulted in the violators being arrested and charged for breaching the Disaster Risk Management Act. They were all granted bail and are scheduled to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday the 30th of June.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Yeah, man. Thank you. Jano. You know me not nothing to say. I don't have a thing to say. I move on. I don't want to hear me I pick up and get to people. So I move on. Peace, I'm share. Let me get something out of the way before. Let me get something out of the way before I forget. I did a video recently in relation to, I know if I don't do it, I'm going to forget. I don't want to forget. So I did a video recently in relation to the supposed takeover of the Kingston Freeport Terminal by a company with the name China Merchant Holdings Limited. After CGM reportedly sold their shares in the Kingston Terminal. Yeah? The article was published by the Observer. I don't remember the date of publication. But there are many other online sources outside of Jamaica that posted articles of a similar vein. And so I would have waited a couple of days well before I did the thing. And I did not only use the Observer article, because when I was sharing the info from the article with you tonight, I said I forget my head up, because for some strange reason, some things about the Observer article, they kind of confuse me. Zane? I'm going to do the video until I get a better understanding of the article. So what I did, I searched for other articles on the story that may have been a little bit more simple and easy to digest. It was also an observation of mine that no other Jamaican newspaper that I came across had a publication on the development. I kind of did find that strange. Zine? But no, it's probably for a reason. But there were other online entities from other countries that had articles in relation to the same story. As a matter of fact, I was sent a couple of articles, Zine, based from the United States, and I was also sent a video done by one African lady. Apparently, they have an African channel addressing the same situation. Zine, however, one day early last week, one of my subscribers, apparently, I don't even say no more, sent me some info. Zine, and the info reads as follows. Send me a message, actually. Says, Dear KFTLT, as you may be aware, a news article was published by the Jamaica Observer on Friday the 24th of April 2020, indicating that CGM no longer operates Kingston Freeport Terminal. Please be advised that the headline and article published in the Jamaica Observer was erroneous, and we requested a publication of a retraction and correction. The Jamaica Observer has since removed the erroneous article from their website and shared this article. Zane? So, let me see which. Let me click on the article. Them and see. I think I second one. Oh, so CMA say it's still okay. So this is a new article. So listen now. French company CGM still has control over Kingston Free, and this was supposedly published in the Observer on the 26th, which is Sunday. Yeah, I did not see it in the Observer still, but our Observer page is a show if you can see. You understand? Oh, my light them affect this. Is it? Alright. So now, French company CGM still has control over Kingston Freeport, according to J. Hans de Jong, Chief Executive Officer of Kingston Freeport Terminal Limited. So in a letter on Friday, de Jong made reference to the Caribbean Business Report story on Friday, headline, Chinese firm now majority owners of the Kingston Freeport Management Company. The 100% ownership of Kingston Freeport Terminal Limited, KFTL, is held by Terminal Link, the joint venture between CGM and China Merchants Port Holdings Company Limited. CGM still owns and controls 51% of Terminal Link, he said. Continuing, therefore, as far as beneficial owners of KFTL, CGM retains majority ownership and control of the KFTL and not China Merchants Port Holdings Limited. De Jong said, I think De Jong it name. See it? Alright. Normally, in a situation like this, I would simply just delete the video. And as I said, this came to my attention on earlier in the week. Zine? about Thursday or so. The updated article, so to speak. The reality is that this article, in my opinion, is lacking the amount of information that I would want in relation to the situation is not present in this article. And for that reason, I have decided to make the video stay pending somebody from the Port Authority of Jamaica or from Terminal Link presenting the information, the whole story, and the entire story. So, I am never one to keep a video up if I know that there may be errors in the video. You know that. But for some strange reason, my instincts are telling me that there is more to this story than is being said in the public. And until I am comfortable that the information is what this article is saying, then the video will stay. I'm kind of go against everything when I stand for, but something about this seems very shady in my opinion. Yeah? Something about it seems very shady. And I just get a bad feeling about that something here. You understand? So, there was a situation today where I suppose the largest ship to have ever docked in the Kingston Harbour was celebrated on Twitter by, first I saw the press secretary of the Prime Minister, Naomi, tweeting about it. Then I saw somebody tagged me, because I never followed the port. I wasn't following the Port Authority of Jamaica. One of my followers on Twitter tagged me in the post and I said, "Wow, go on." And the ship was a ship branded CMA CGM. Fine. I took the opportunity to tweet asking, am I to believe that the article that was posted by the Jamaica Observer in relation to China merchants holding is incorrect? And if so, would it be possible for somebody at the Port Authority to provide some clarification on the issue at hand? I am here to get a reply. Let me check my Twitter feed. Let me check my notification. See? Nobody from Port Authority replied to me. So, let's see what I go on. Yeah. I would have spoken to somebody who I normally seek advice from as it relates to certain things on the channel. Somebody of the highest principles and morals, in my opinion. And he would have suggested that if the Observer had removed the article, it means that there's something wrong. And I totally get that, I understand. And it's normally somebody whose judgment me not question. Zane, that is how much we value the person's opinion. But for some strange reason, that one ya feel away. And until I am able to get the clarification that I need, the video will stay. Respecting a lawful. Yeah, man. Glad you're feeling better, teach. Good night, class, and stay safe. Obey the rules and laws of social distancing. Yeah, brother, what they are give thanks, you know. You understand what I say? What they are give thanks. Big up yourself, I hope you and the family alright. You know what I mean? Appreciate the contribution. You see? Auntie. Ah, boy. Now. Yeah, so I'm going to get that out of the way. Because I never want to stream tonight and not talk about it. Yeah? And the video I do well too, you know. I want to tell you. But it don't really matter. I have deleted videos with 700,000 views already. 500,000, 600,000 views. 300, 200, 100. It don't really matter. If you have to delete a video, we just delete a video and move on. You understand? But some strange reason, I need to talk to somebody from down there still, because I have some concerns. You understand? I got some concerns. St. James cops reportedly find gun and ammunition in toilet tank. Detectives from the Montego Bay Hills police station arrested 2 men in connection with the siege of a firearm and several rounds of ammunition in Gulf, Norwood, St. James on Thursday the 30th of April. Reports are that about 12:30 p.m. a premises was searched and a Glock 9mm pistol containing 18 9mm rounds of ammunition and 28 lead sheets were found in a toilet tank. The men were subsequently arrested. Pity them couldn't flush them. Zane, the ident I mean kill, you know, when you flush toilet, that's what I mean, because I know what I'm going to say. TH, I say Miss Kanayaka, I go party. I tell her, I report her. Which party she gone? Jaya. Zane? Auntie, but everybody are them big people, everybody do a suit, them in a movie, do a thing go still. You understand? She probably want to just let down her ear and, you know what I mean, all a little vibes. You know what thing go. Yeah, boy. So their identities are being withheld pending further investigation. You see? Now, we know that 8 escaped from the Hunts Bay police station not so long ago. I think only 1 is on the run. 6 of them captured, are 3 turning themselves, and the rest of them, I remember, about 1 dead and 1 still on the run. There was another major prison break in Clarendon, Maypen. So escapee from Maypen lockup recaptured. So one of the prisoners who escaped from the Maypen lockup on Thursday, the 30th of April, has been recaptured. Police said the man, identified as 25-year-old Jubani Daya of Denby, Clarendon, was taken into custody on Saturday. No further detail was provided about the development. Daya was in custody for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition before he escaped. So reports from the police are that 5 prisoners reportedly broke loose on the 30th of April, but 2 were recaptured moments after they escaped. Those still at large are Agacious. You know what? Uno do the pronunciation. Smarty. Alright, you know. But I'm surname is Robinson. In first name, you know, then we don't know where them did happen. But then come up with a little thing. I don't normally have issues pronouncing name. Zane, and especially teaching for so long, you come across all of the names that are possible. Me never see that one yet. When you pronounce that for me, it's a pity me can't hear how pronounce it. Agacious. Agacious. Or something another. Then me don't know. You understand? So, those at large are A. Robinson, 27-year-old of Rocky Point, Clarendon, who was charged with burglary, and Colin Bay, 18-year-old of Bucknine, Clarendon, who was charged with rape. Just call him escapee. Reports are that during a routine check of the lockup by officers on duty at about 4:30 a.m., it was discovered that 5 prisoners had escaped by removing an extraction fan in the facility. A search was immediately launched and 2 of the escapees who had jumped over a wall were recaptured. The Clarendon Police Divisional Headquarters and the Maypen Police Station with its lockup are all part of a commercial complex that was retrofitted some years ago to house the overall security operations. From the parish capital upon the closure of then badly deteriorated police station in the town and a separate but inadequate police headquarters building. So, 3 out of the 5, them find them still need the next 2. The prison break something and get serious. See? Juliet, break it down. Agacious. Agasos. Caroline said pronounce Agasos. You no matter how you pronounce that, it don't make no sense. You understand? I want to broke you up a million times. But big up on yourself, it means you wanna try. See? We missed the boy John Young. Boy. Yesterday, last night, I chat to Scotty and I said, Mama, Jaja, me miss the part I wrote that differently. You understand? See, and she said, boy, bro, we miss just go and set up, pronounce, same as Aloysius. Okay. See? But an Aloysius. Me don't know, yeah, man. Aloysius. Me don't know, make me give up. See, me miss the interview them to brother, but right now, the world have bigger problems than my interviews them I deal with. You understand what I say? So we have to just go on all out and hope that thing and move on and no worry for more case and death and them thing. But one of them there, Zane and thing, cause you know what thing, we have some serious thing I deal with. Zane, teacher, some of them look like a Monday. Every day look like just our normal day, no yeah, brother. So far John Young, big up yourself in the family, but I just one of them things I have to give thanks because we have life, dog. And you know what thing go. Seeing whatever people out there I struggle and I suffer and we not do so bad. So we give thanks. So one of them day there again. Yeah, artists them did you know, because we have a million interviews line up, you know, but I just a time and a situation, you see. Cop reportedly clobbered by a 79-year-old man during Trelawney dispute. A policeman stationed in Trelawney had to be taken to hospital to treat a wound to his forehead after he was reportedly attacked and clobbered by a 79-year-old man in the parish on Friday night. The senior citizen has since been taken into custody. You know what, we are trying to laugh. Reports are that a police team went to the Sherwood Content community in Trelawney to probe a domestic dispute there, when the senior citizen reportedly went berserk and hit the cop in his forehead with an object. The policeman was taken to hospital where he was treated and released. The Clarkstown police are investigating the incident. So why the old timer be so dark? I wonder if the old timer did not the domestic dispute. You understand? And oh boy. Ah boy. Shit. Mean for cut out that. 55-year-old farmer shot after pointing gun at cops. Checking on dispute. Our next dispute is, you know, Kanaika has asked me to tell teacher and classmate good night. She did a 12-hour shift and she did knock out. Okay, alright, Empress. I hope, but don't mind everybody have a message for everybody and then just pay for sending. You understand? Big up yourself, you know, Empress Mark. Mr. Matt Dermot, big up yourself, you know. You understand? I hope Kanaika get some rest and see her soon. You understand? So the police then go deal with one domestic dispute and one 79-year-old man bust one of them fired. Then go part one next one and one farmer point one gun pan them and then shot him. Then the boy rough. Yeah, son, the police in rough, you know? Oh, man. Both time always, boy, I don't know still. Policing has got to be the hardest job in Jamaica. Yeah? Teachers have it rough, you know? But policing, that can't easy out the road with them people that we have to deal with, brother. 55-year-old farmer shot after pointing gun at cops, checking on dispute. A man who was shot and injured after allegedly pointing a firearm at the police when they responded to an incident at his home in Jeffreytown, Gale St. Mary. Jeffreytown, I'm a place, you know. You understand? I went to high school very close to Jeffreytown. A few girls from up at Jeffreytown, you know what I mean? You know what I think. You understand? On Friday, April 24, has been charged in relation to the incident. He is 55-year-old farmer David. Don't tell me why David's surname. He has been charged with illegal possession of firearm, illegal possession of ammunition, and assault at common law. Reports are that about 11:15 p.m., a police team responded to reports of a disturbance at David's home. During the checks by law enforcers, David allegedly pulled a firearm from his waistband and pointed it at the police team, resulting in him being shot. A 9mm pistol and 5 9mm rounds of ammunition were seized during the incident. He was admitted to hospital after under police guard for a treatment for his injury and was later charged with the offense. He man have the same name as my father, you know, David Williams. Jano, illegal gun William Joe time brief. I'm paying for the police, you know. Eh? Police ain't shot him. You understand? I suppose him they come and investigate. I don't know. It look like a David and him wife or somebody in a little thing. You understand? But it look like a good thing say police ain't go there cause he might walk up and down with gun and brief, then he not good at shoot somebody in the house. I mean I tell you, boy. Ah boy. No, I am sure many persons have not seen. Hello Susie, how are you, miss? I am sure many persons have not seen or heard about this story. See? Williams again, brother. I don't know Rasta. Police commissioner chases unruly motorists during curfew hours. The commissioner is out on the road more often than people think, you know. Separate and apart from the videos them where the JCF post on them social media pages, I think the commissioner is out on the road far more regular than people actually think. A motorist has found himself in hot water after he reportedly breached a curfew order, ran a red light, and allegedly ignored a warning from the police commissioner, who he later led on a high-speed chase through sections of Kingston. I'm sorry, so I don't have a dash cam footage for this. You understand? Me is not a man where, let me tell you what me can't sit down and just talk about something unless me do it on camera. Me can't just sit down and voice over something and me not have no picture and no video for sure. That just boring to me, family. You understand? Me can't do a video with just a one picture. I'm just a talk. That don't make no sense. See? So I have a dash cam footage for this now. I didn't do a video. But then I got it. You understand? There's an interesting little thing. You hear what's going on now? It's like it's a local show. A motorist, as I say, on a known situation, through sections of Kingston. The incident ended with the police commissioner and another senior cop chasing down and later arresting the driver, police sources said. The driver has been identified as a 34-year-old resident of a St. Andrew address. Reports are whole heap of things happen on April, Thursday the 30th, you know. Boy, I mean, you know, it lasts about 4 stories on April the 30th, they go on pan. Reports are that on Thursday the 30th of April, about 8:15 p.m., at the intersection of Constant Spring Road and Oliver Road, a man was seen driving a 2011 silver Suzuki Swift motorcar heading in a northerly direction when it was spotted by Major General Anthony Anderson, Commissioner of Police, after disobeying a red light. Commissioner. Hey man, ah boy, you have to laugh, you know. But there's some things, you know, but let's go and read the story. Reports are that reports are that police commissioner began speaking to the driver about the breach, and he, the motorist, started to behave in a disorderly manner and not complying with the instruction given by the head of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Reports are that a deputy superintendent traveling in a private motor car saw what was happening and also responded. Reports are that the Commissioner of Police intercepted the Suzuki Swift in the vicinity of the Constant Spring Market and again identified himself to the driver and pointed out the offense of running the red light. The driver then became boisterous and started to become abusive. The Suzuki then drove off in a careless and dangerous manner, police source said. Jaja. Peace, me not feel laughing, but me have to laugh. If me not laugh, then you have to take in teeth come out, but that is a country. You understand? Reports are that the Commissioner of Police attempted to intercept the Suzuki at the next traffic light in the vicinity of the bridge And once again, with blue lights flashing, he identified himself. Now, I the commissioner probably well versed in them type of maneuver in there from JCF, from military training still. See? And thing, probably just a exercise him training. Boy, sure be there though. It is not clear how many members of the police commission and security details were with him, if any at the time. Police sources claim there were shouts from the driver of the Suzuki. Me no care who you be, boy. Yo, me need the dashcam footage. Big woman thing. I know the commissioner must have dashcam in that vehicle. So honestly, sir. Let me get that footage, you know. Me edit it if you need to edit. You don't have to worry yourself. If I say anything incriminating, me cut it. Yo. Police sources claim there were shouts from the driver of the Suzuki. Me not care who you be, boy. Reports are that the driver of the Suzuki then drove off again as the commissioner attempted to intercept the Swift again with blue flashing lights. The driver of the Suzuki attempted in a manner likely to collide with the service vehicle. What service vehicle the commissioner did drive? See, reports are that a deputy superintendent of police was passing in the private car and saw what was happening and joined in and helped the commissioner to intercept the Suzuki motor car. The DSP then highlighted from his private motor car and requested the documents of the Suzuki from the driver, sources reported. Allegations are that the driver responded, "Me nah give you none. And I want your badge number because I nah go hear the end of this, boy." I feel like it's a movie we are watching there. Jamaica is not a real place. Jamaica is not even a place right now, brother. You understand what I say? Jamaica just did it. You don't even know it's what. Reports from police source are that the driver became loud and aggressive, disturbance of the public while hurling abusive language at the commissioner. You say if I want the commissioner, I did the military, I could have kicked him down, you know. I guess I treat my police, you know. Him knows money in that me a laugh on the son carry. Who him know in a place or who him be. Me a die if he charges them late so me can hear who him be. Cause I must send you all next son if him not take the time from the commissioner. Why? I want to tell you. Yeah, man, if a major did still in a army fatigue, man, he kick him down, man. Me not ask him, I tell you. I call my police commissioner, you know, and him have to behave like. Boy. Watch out now, peeps. Because soldiers kind of program a particular way. You see it? Alright, watch out now. The driver of the Suzuki motor car was cautioned, arrested and taken into custody for offense of disobeying a red light, breach of curfew orders, failing to produce documents for inspection, dangerous driving, disorderly conduct, use of abusive language. The Suzuki motor car was wrecked to the Constant Spring police station and placed in the pound. Reports are that the motorist has since been taken into custody, and checks were made with senior members of the police high command to gather more information on the incident, but officers declined to comment. The officers then can't say nothing. You know, because it involves the commissioner. I suppose it depends on how you look on it. It is interesting to see the commissioner not only preaching but actually doing the work as well. Seeing that is one way to look at it. It is good to see him getting his hands dirty, so to speak, but not dirty, so to speak, but actually doing some work. You understand? So I suppose he probably enjoy it, you know. He could have enjoy it. You understand? No any military background. But I tell you, the general say want the badge number. He not care who the boy. Matter if the boy is the Major General Anthony and the Commissioner of Police, the nation top cop. You understand? What kind of constable their name? What the commissioner? Which them have a name for them? The sitting constable. See it? But I remember I fight off of my head. Yeah, man, they miss a lot the oxygen. You understand? 2 men caught with 1.3 million worth of. And one more thing, I suppose the police commissioner is also seeing firsthand the challenges being faced by the police officers of the force on a day-to-day basis, on a daily basis. So I suppose this was probably a learning experience for the commissioner as well. Zane, it is good to see also that the commissioner decides him not relent and him not stop until the vehicle was intercepted. So I suppose there are many ways of looking at it. You understand? Also, you have to pay attention to the fact where the man say you not care who the boy after the commissioner identify himself. And when the district constable, the deputy superintendent come out of the vehicle, he say him not give no documents and him want him badge number because he not hear the end of this. So who the Suzuki driver know, who I'm family, you understand? You know what kind of circles him circle. You understand? What kind of corner him there in him square. Then we don't know. You understand? Jerry Wilson, big up yourself in a family. You say you're the number one fan. Appreciate that. You hear, sir? And thing. Ah, boy. So it's an interesting. First, because I read it before though. Let me read this dead with laugh. Because there were just so many things popping out of the article. You understand? Just post, as me read every line, something will pop up in my head and I pop up in my head. What? I will do a video on this, but if we get the, it would be great to get the dash. I am absolutely sure that there's dash cam footage for this something here. 2 men caught with $1.3 million worth of cocaine in St. Mary. Maybe it's a consulate girl husband. The one that was in the incident at the children's hospital. Ah, boy. See it? Love your gangs. I don't know if it's a really gangster series in a DJ. It's more of just many times these persons rose to fame. See, many times you hear certain aspects of the story, but you don't hear certain aspect. You understand? So more time we just sit down and document the thing in a one package because you have people when I know it, when I know the story either. You understand? We don't always know the whole of the story, but we try as best as possible to get the research done and thing. But I'm glad for know say I appreciate the work. I did a series of those videos in Denver. I think I did Claude Massop, Jim Brown, Vivian Blake, William Gart, Zeeks. Zane, I do something I take on the street and do a few more now. So I did Duppy film today. Zane and thing. I think I accidentally called him in my banner. Dirty film that was purely spell check. You understand? Auto correction. I may never see it. Zane. Plan to do some more as the days them go by. Probably one a week. Because them take long, you know. If you gotta do them right, them take long. See, how soon can we see the work on Spotify and iTunes, the dub poets? Probably sooner than you think, you know, bro. Probably sooner than you think. See, as me say, I don't know, I kind of sometimes just lazy. Like, you want to believe it? Me just lazy sometimes. But as me say, now is the time to get some things in place. So we just I try do some work and then we do some work. You understand? All right. Cop. Listen this. Cop charge for breaching curfew. Not cop charge somebody for breaching curfew. You know, cop charge for breaching curfew. A justice of the peace, who is also a cop, is to face the parish court and possible disciplinary actions within the Jamaica Constabulary Force for alleged breaches of the Disaster Risk Management Act recently. This reportedly follows a raid on premises in the hills of Mount Pleasant, St. Andrew, after nightly curfew hours began at 6 p.m. on April 25th. A team led by a police superintendent reportedly swooped down on a premises owned and operated by Leroy Anthony Bennett, a district constable with the Constant Spring Police. Information is that Bennett was with others at his gambling house located at his residence. The other participants fled when the cops arrived. They ran, leaving the money. That come like when we at school. See? Because gambling, there have been times when gambling is like, more gambling keep down class. See? Why not run down no guy, you know? You understand? But generally speaking, when you pop up on them, they run left everything. You understand? So you know so that money they have to give to some youth when they have no lunch money like tomorrow or next day. You understand? So the money where them a gamble, they don't need it, they don't want it. You understand? And if you don't run left your money and you stand up there, so every dollar where you have, excluded your bus fare, you lose it. You understand? Go tell the police them, right? I always say, go tell the principal. You understand? Go and go tell the principal. So that money there, I'll feed some youth where I come to school and they're hungry. Because you don't want your money. So if you run left your money, you lose it. If you turn up, you lose it. So you decide what you're going to do. You understand? So this kind of bring back some things. You understand? Yeah. So now, they ran leaving the money. When the count was tallied, it was a little over $20,000 that was seized. These people were warned about breaking the curfew, a police source said. A date for the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court is to be decided soon. It is understood that internal actions could be brought against the district constable. It should. A quantity of marijuana was also seized in the operation in Mount Pleasant. Repeated attempts to speak with Bennett proved unsuccessful as calls to his cellular phone went to voicemail recordings. You understand? And thing. I know so the police are good as arrest people for curfew breaches before. Yo, and next thing again, you see the police them, we do the radio, big up to them police there. It has shown so you still have police in Jamaica who operate without fear or favor. You understand what I mean? I say, because enough people talk about police and lock up. You know how much police they are prison in this country? Yeah? We not stay there. I will lock them up. I mean, you. But we just get up and talk something sometimes. Yeah, police will look out for police as a fact. And yeah, some police will corrupt and look out for them friend. But yeah, police with a business with the guy. You see him? Agree if you know. Cops reportedly nabbed men with 400 pounds of stolen pumpkins. You shouldn't use a pumpkin them and just beat them in their head with them. 400 pumpkin to your head. I just got people them pumpkin and go mash up. The St. Catherine South Police seized over 400 pounds of stolen pumpkin. You know the people them good as work hard to plant them pumpkin. Eh? And nurture them pumpkin through pumpkin growing. During an operation in the Bernard Lodge Estate area of the parish on Monday, reports said at about 9:45 p.m. The curfew time, you know. A police team was on foot patrol near a number of farms when they observed persons leaving one of the farms. Big up to the police them on foot patrol. On the approach of the police, 4 men who were seen with bags dropped the bags and ran. Bag then shouldn't drop on their foot. See? The police managed to apprehend 2 of the men. Good. The pumpkins were found packed in the bags, and none of the men were able to properly account for the produce and of them being farmers. See? More pumpkins were found in close vicinity. And man, they might move the pumpkin them. The farmers from whose property the pumpkins were stolen were later notified of the development, and arrangements were made for the produce to be handed over to them. Charges are expected to be laid against the 2 men who were arrested before the end of the week. I mean, I say, look upon it. We know things kind of rough. Zane, and you probably want a piece of pumpkin to boil some soup. And you know, a market then kind of do the lot. You understand? And it's a pumpkin farm. You don't just move with that one pumpkin, brother. You don't have to trouble him man pumpkin neither. Because you don't know much sacrifice the man have to go through for him pumpkin. Then you move bags of pumpkin. You know, wicked man. Right now, the police them fi make them clear the land where the farmer have no clear and sow pumpkin seed. And then nurture them until them done and then reap them and sell them. And then don't forget no idea, you know, not even pumpkin skin. You understand? You can't give them some seed after make them go plant them one pumpkin and left people pumpkin alone. Why am I tell you? I think a pumpkin not safe in our country, Rasta. Dancehall, if you're hungry thief, 400 pound of pumpkin, sir, is who are going to eat 400 pumpkin and that nice, sir. You can make some pumpkin juice, zine, and you boil some soup, or you boil how much pumpkin, son, you boil some soup. Then is so much pumpkin. You want, you hungry, 400 pound of pumpkin, family? And as me I say, if you're hungry, you know, I want pumpkin. You understand? You see it? Pastor hit by a stray bullet at fast food restaurant in Montego Bay. A clergyman is now in hospital nursing gunshot wounds, which he sustained from a stray bullet at a fast food restaurant in Montego Bay, St. James, where he was a patron on Friday afternoon. Nobody can tell the pastor say no God saving life and no can't give pastor no talk. God alone. I just God alone, me have in me heart. The pastor sing and tell her that. According to reports, a shooting incident was triggered by a dispute between a security guard and a customer who refused to comply with the social distance protocol at a business establishment near the eatery at Westgate Shopping Center. An altercation ensued between the two men, during which the security guard reportedly brought his baton into play. It's baton time. The customer reportedly left the scene. Wait till me come back. Right, I know them sitting there. But later returned with a handgun and opened fire at the guard, who managed to escape unhurt. But one of the bullets hit the clergyman, who was at the fast food outlet. I wonder if he is 70 and never mind. The injured man of the cloth was rushed to hospital where he underwent an emergency surgery, during which the bullet was reportedly successfully removed from his body. We're glad for knowing that the pastor okay. But also glad for knowing that nobody else was shot and injured. It is very disheartening to know that the security guard I try to do his job. I try promote social distancing, and a man now following the rules. So the security have things. The security shouldn't really lick him in the back still. You understand? But then the man go with a gun. See it? Go with a gun and come back, and then go and kill off all the people in my place there. But I don't know, Jaja. See? Matthew, I heard it was a JP. Which one of the story, bro? And it's the devil making him get shot, teacher. Look, Kerry, I said the man I was say. It has to be Jesus, man. Is you understand? What a way the man have access to gun. As the man in a little thing, I a gun them run. Jaja. So social distancing protocols nearly make him spend him time in a prison, you know. Can't social distance. It's strange. Strange things are happening. Strange. I won't sing that song there again. I know say people I want someone tell me. I know I have to ask now again. See? Strange things are happening. Strange. That's one of the big when I was a boy, you know. I remember singing. Strange things are happening. I try to listen to your voice in my head. Strange. Not my voice, you know, because I don't really sing so well, but it man, I sing a song. Strange things. Papa San. Oh, you know, so I sing that song the one day, you tell me say a son. I mean, alright, I don't forget. Papa San. Strange things. You understand? Papa San. Big up on yourself. I don't know things, you know. I don't know come a class come with time. Yeah. Papa San. Everybody in our stream, like 460 people now have to tell me say Papa San. Me read alright, you know. Big up on yourself. Boy, power serious story and one piece. We all get rid of laughing. Oh, security hit him. He wrong. Yeah, security shouldn't lick him in an axe, man. Big man way. But him shouldn't, if the security did try to do him job and I say, yo, brother, social distancing, so you turn up in a line and all will be fine. And you no want to do that. Then, why am I even no star? The man go for him shoes. You understand? Blessings, Philip Bryan. Blessings to the whole of Papa San fan them. Yeah, man. Yeah, people are still at the say Papa San. The easy star. You understand? Mask gunman cuts down popular businessman in Morant Bay. In a heart-rending development on Saturday, a mask-wearing gunman looking like almost all males in public these days, shot 55-year-old businessman Arjo Balani at his business establishment on Queen Street in Morant Bay, St. Thomas, resulting in the popular businessman's death. Rats, Papa Son see it. We say you love say security lick him there and because we know say him have gun now. Boy, I want we have looking at it that still. Me I look on it that way there. Peter, when I sing for the ladies them, and the ladies them not complaining, brother. So when I sing, I want you cock up your ears, sir. You understand? Not because your family members you can't sing and go on like say. You understand? The latest on Dexter Daps. Breaking news. You understand? He was released without being charged. May I talk about it a little bit in the future. Not for long still, because I don't know a whole heap of things if you say. You understand? Mario, big up yourself. A video which has circulated on social media since then showed several cops ferrying an injured Balani, otherwise called Raj, to a waiting police vehicle. You know, I not see that video there yet. Reports from the Morant Bay police are at about midday. Probably people saying come to me, what shows me now monitor your phone on a little level like that. I believe you know. Zane, reports from the Morant Bay police are at about midday. Balani and 3 of his employees were pounced upon by a gunman wearing a mask who was traveling on foot. It is reported that the gunman demanded money from Balani before shooting him several times. As in, him shoot him several times as him demand the money. I'm demanding money and not get no money. Kerry J says Shinehead. Shinehead do a Kerry J. Is Shinehead the other time say a Shinehead sing a song? You know see say everybody say a Papa Son. I could have never the song the Kerry at all. June Gray said breaking news. Hey man, tune and drop so be this. Yeah, son. Raymond Edwards, blessings in the family. Good advice, good advice. Them said the businessman place was a fencing place. So you don't know. Jaja. Yeah, so the police were alerted and Balani was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. His employees who were at the crime scene escaped unearthed. Balani hailed from East Prospect in St. Thomas. No, teach them. That comment was first, man. And you just see it. Here what going on, you know. You see that mask situation here? It got mask a lot of things. Because, you know, there's a popular meme going around that says somebody has said they never know that, but they live to see the day when it becomes a requirement for you to wear a mask into a bank. What's a good business to open in Jamaica? A funeral home. One construction company. One recording studio. Everybody want on DJ. One nightclub. Them things there. Farming. You don't forget that one, you know. True. The mask thing, yeah. Boy, it's rough still. It's rough. Ganja farm. Mask and some shades. Boy, brother, it's rough. Miss Christine Jarrett, you can't lose off of that for true, you know. Ask man, you know, say that I first thing, I say funeral home, you can't lose off of that, brother. You understand? You can't lose off of funeral home, yeah, there, brother. You know, short a body. Sad. Condolences to the family of the businessman. Hopefully him have surveillance, him have CCTV. And Jerry Wilson, big up yourself, family. And the police, they will be able to hospital. Yeah, that makes sense, the truth, you know, brother. But a business you know, just build a business overnight, you know. Yeah. Take time, stop rubbing your eyes. Take times, you know, me hard me this and you know what I mean, me hand them clean and sanitize and you know what I mean. But me gonna try to stop still. Take your advice. Advice. See? And then me no need the mask and it's me alone in the studio. Then it's could have me I mean myself, me then me nobody else not here. Ah boy. More time for just find a little thing to laugh about cause Jaja. Make body bags. Now Jamaica, when if you really use body bag in it, then that's gonna wrap up your body in some sheet and you're gone. I really say don't put nobody in a body bag for real still. Construction worker charged with murder. So that man a construct house, man a construct foolishness. A 24-year-old construction worker was arrested and charged with the murder of a man whom he had a confrontation with on Arnold Road, Kingston. For Arnold Road, I'm a place, you know. You know, support for Arnold Road, there's a micro female hostel there. Why, female foot button, then know the area there, tell me and tell you. Alright, but never mind. Arnold Road there, Kingston 5 on Wednesday, April 15. Charge is Leon Thompson, otherwise called Brown Man, of the area. Dead is 40-year-old Rowan Thompson. So Leon Thompson and Rowan Thompson, hold on, make we see what I go on. Also called Kaka. Sound like Rona Baller. Also of Anderson Road. See? Reports from the St. Andrew Central Police are at about 9:30 a.m. Leon Thompson was at home when he was reportedly attacked and beaten with a machete by two men. Following the alleged beating, the attackers opened fire at Leon Thompson, who managed to escape. Then around 8:30 p.m. the same day, Rohan Thompson, otherwise called Kaka, who is one of the alleged attackers, was shot and killed in the community by a group of men, one of whom the police said is Leon Thompson. He was then arrested and charged by detectives with the murder. The other men are still being sought by the police. See? Which name, Finar? Kaka? I don't know, he must get Kaka for the baller name, you know, the Brazilian Kaka. You're a foot bottom that must reach around there. Then I am a gentleman and I carry, then you can't let the girls and walk alone go over hostel late at night. You understand? You have to take care of ladies them. Then there's something go over there. You see? Do you think the government is doing a good job in related to the COVID-19 situation? I think we're doing extremely well up to the Alorica situation. There have been many decisions that I am not in agreement with, but such is life. I think we are doing a good job when compared to other countries, seeing with larger populations. You understand? Our numbers are still relatively small compared to many other places. So in that context, yes, I think the response have been creditable. It has. We have seen some missteps and some indecisiveness, seen some indecision. We have seen some unfortunate situations, but I think overall, the response has been creditable. Some things could have been done differently, but it's not a perfect response. Some mistakes have been made, and I suppose lessons have been learned. But I think in general, in putting all things in context, the response has been creditable. Could we have done better? Absolutely. I really and truly wish the Alorica situation did not come up. We would be doing wonderfully well, but we still have to give thanks. They're good as worse. You understand? Yeah, man, good as worse. And thing. District Constable challenging firearm revocation by the FLA. The Supreme Court granted leave to District Constable Benny to go to the Judicial Review Court to challenge the decision on the Firearm Licensing Authority FLA to revoke his firearm. Attorney at law, you wild man, you wild man, love a judicial review with her, who is representing Benny, says the case is expected to be heard later this year. Benny is contending that his firearm was revoked by the FLA in May of 2019 without a hearing. He is claiming that the FLA told him that the permit was being pulled because he was not a fit and proper person arising from a case he had in 1999. Benny says the case did not involve a firearm and that the matter was thrown out. He is seeking to have the FLA's decision quashed. Dancehall Entertainment TV, big up yourself in a family. First and foremost, I appreciate the support. Yes, sir. I appreciate the financial contribution. The man said, listen, I say, una send tip, go give vlogger, or teach them money there. Big up yourself, family. You understand? Yeah, but I appreciate it. You see me? I suppose things kind of tight with everybody, brother. So more time, we give thanks when people them stretch their money. And that's time I know say them have to look out for themselves and them family, you know, more than ever in light of the global pandemic crisis, financial situation, meltdown, and all of these things. So we give thanks. Big up yourself. You see it? Yes, sir. Manchester taxi operator charged for a death involving strangling. Detectives from the St. Ann Police Division charged a man with murder following the death of 38-year-old Kingsley Williams, otherwise called Job, I suppose, in Mount Moriah District, St. Ann on Thursday, the 23rd of April. Charges 31-year-old Zane Chambers, taxi operator of Plowden District in Manchester. Reports had at about 10 p.m. the men were engaged in an argument, during which Chambers allegedly used an object to hit Williams on the head, causing him to fall to the ground. Chambers then reportedly strangled Williams. Whoa. The police were summoned and Williams was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Chambers was arrested and subsequently charged. His date to appear in court is being finalized by the police. So after Chambers lick him one time and in drop a ground, then Chambers couldn't just take away himself. Well, I mean, tell you, Jaja. 16-year-old girl charged for alleged part in robbery and dramatic shooting. The police have charged a 16-year-old girl following investigation after she and a man reportedly held up a 52-year-old taxi operator at gunpoint and robbed him of money and other items in late March. Christy Jarrett, I never see Teach asking for money. I love to listen to him, so I have no problem sending a thing to his program. Teach how I send you money. Miss Christine Jarrett, big up yourself, you know, we don't do that begging something there. You understand? If somebody forward and for the thing I want to contribute, we accept it gracefully. Yeah. But the information is in the description, man. There's a dollar sign close to the comment bar. That a super chat. You can try that. PayPal link in the description. Zine, but since as you asked, I'm going to look for. You understand? Patreon link in the description. And guys, let me say, Patreon still remains my favorite way to receive contributions / donations on the channel. I don't know for whatever reasons persons don't. I understand the purpose of super chat. Many persons, you know, prefer that. Me nah no issue with it still. Anyway, you prefer to give me some of your money, me good with it still. Me nah trouble no. You understand? The PayPal link. I'm gonna drop that. The MyCash App that me no know. Shani designed for boss me upon that because him know what thinking about a long time and I chat to you. See, this is the Patreon link. See, no, I don't Patreon link. That I my merch link. So you can buy something in a store too. And then me get some of my money. You see it? Which link me I look for? My Patreon link there. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why so much people afraid of Patreon. I don't know. Patreon on my place still. I probably need to upgrade my Patreon profile and modify some things and make it look nice. And I start treating my Patreon them like how they're supposed to. Because Patreons them normally forget behind the scene footage and early access to content and video calls. So I got a reform at me thing. I probably had that. Jaro 306. Big up yourself and brother. I appreciate the support. You hear, sir? And business is booming, teach. Big up your thing, star. You know what thing, brother, you put in the work, you know. So by the sweat of your bro, man, shall eat, brother. You know what thing go. Question, are any of the superstars and millionaires assisting the government with food or housing? Yeah, man, during the telethon, quite a number of our sporting and musicians, sporting and musical superstars would have pledged. I remember Chris Gayle pledging $500,000, Usain Bolt pledging $500,000. I know Shelley and Fraser Price have been feeding some people in our community. I think a Waterhouse. Many persons have been doing things. Some persons are doing things where you don't really get the highlight, but it doesn't mean that they are not doing it. The private sector organization of Jamaica has raised over $120 million. Zane, companies like JPS, I think JPS spent over $30 million to buy some ventilators and some other testing kits or something. Burger King did a feed the police them one at a time. A whole heap of company. Seprad, Nestle, Wesinco. The companies that for the top of my head. Most of the banks have also contributed to the COVID fight. See? And many regular Jamaicans who are able to contribute have been helping people. So many persons have been coming on board. Bahamas. See? Many persons in all honesty have been coming on board. And things. So we give thanks. Probably not everybody who can, but a lot of people have been doing that. You see me? So we have to give thanks. Yeah, man. So blessings, Empress Christine and thing. So we can move on. So now, listen to this now, peeps. The teenager was, however, allegedly. Hold on. So the police have charged a 16-year-old girl following investigation after she and a man reportedly held up a 52-year-old taxi operator at gunpoint and robbed him of money and other items in late March. The teenager was, however, allegedly stopped in her tracks when soldiers and police at a security checkpoint came in contact with the vehicle in which she was traveling with the armed man and the taxi operator. See it? Peter May, what you say? Explain that. You mean because I not post the names of the patrons. Me used to do that one long time when I brother all the patrons, you know. Zine, but one look incident that go on and they kind of lose the vibes with that. You understand? And then I just stop to that. Somebody else say if you want to contribute or to just contributing, fine. But if you contribute because you see a name on a list, then I never really appreciate that no more. Somebody stop to that. Zine and thing. So, you know what I think. One of them things. So, probably that's why I have to choose still. See, blessings, Empress Susie. Really and truly appreciate it. But probably that's a good point. See? And thing. I think them said them are going to start racing a Cayman and Spark back this week, you know. Not know if that's a good idea. Especially in the St. Catherine situation. But boy, I don't know if people then demonstrate and say they want racing. So watch this now, peeps. Listen to that story. Because we don't break the flow. Reports are that a man traveling with the teen engaged the security team at the checkpoint in a shootout. 2 members of the security team were injured in the exchange. The 2 incidents which allegedly involved a teenager occurred along Spanish Town Road in the vicinity of 3 Miles Overpass Bridge and at the joint police military checkpoint at the Spanish Town Road and Cole Lane T Junction in Kingston 13 area. The police said the female, along with 2 males aboard a Toyota Wish motorcar that was being driven by a 52-year-old taxi operator. Reports are that the taxi operator was proceeding northwestward along Spanish Town Road in the direction of Red Stripe when the now accused female, who was seated on the front passenger seat, requested a stop. The driver stopped the motor vehicle and the now accused female exited the motor car and allegedly immediately told the complainant that it was the wrong place she was getting off and wanted to go to Chisholm Avenue. The cab driver told the now accused female that he had to first drop off the other passengers in Seaview Gardens before he could take her to Chisholm Avenue, and she agreed and re-entered the vehicle. The complainant subsequently let off one of the men in Seaview Gardens, but one remained with the female teen. They were heading towards the 3 Miles area when, upon reaching the vicinity of the 3 Miles bridge, the male passenger who was on the back seat brandished a gun and pointed it at the driver and demanded his properties while ordering him to drive to downtown Kingston. The now accused female passenger then began to rob the complainant of an undetermined sum of cash, an Alcatel cell phone, An Alcatel cell phone valued at $7,000, and his wallet with his documents. The cab driver, amid the experience, proceeded along Spanish Town Road until he reached a security checkpoint along the way, where, in a bid to get assistance from the law enforcers there, he jumped out of the car and ran towards the security personnel while shouting, "Gunman in the car!" The now accused female then reportedly exited the motor car and ran to the checkpoint, while the male passenger alighted from the unit and opened gunfire at the security forces, who took evasive action and returned the fire at the gunman. A soldier and the police at the checkpoint were each hit in their left thigh, and the gunmen managed to escape, but the teen was held. The injured law enforcers were rushed to a hospital where they were treated and released. It is not known if the gunman was injured in the exchange. So a security force vehicle at the checkpoint was also damaged in the process. The stolen phone, another black cell phone, and a wallet were retrieved from the taxi. The now accused female was taken into custody and eventually charged following a question and answer session in the presence of her lawyer, I suppose. I don't even know. The driver, I guess him probably know in his head, say him have to go past the checkpoint and I plan it long time. So he just comply. You see a little girl, she run with the driver, said, "Man, and I can't rob them to, you know." That boy, me, yo, Jaja. Yeah, boy. Ah, boy. 48-year-old man gunned down in St. Anne. Tell me which part in a St. Anne then killed the man. Let me say if you now follow the streams at night time and you now learn 2 things. I want a 2 place. See, let me say. The St. Anne police have launched a manhunt for a gunman who shot and killed a man in the parish on Sunday. The deceased has been identified as 48-year-old Barrington Black of Miami Bay in the parish. Reports are that about 11 a.m., Black was standing along a roadway in the section of the community when a Toyota motor car was driven up. Men armed with firearms alighted from the vehicle and opened gunfire, hitting Black multiple times. The gunmen then fled the scene. Black was subsequently taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. No motive for the killing has yet been established by investigators. And for several months, the ex-community has been a hotbed of gun crimes, including numerous murders. Boy, the community is not my place, you know, St. Anne, I'm a parish, but the community is not my place. You understand? Cameron Dryden, she and Jen McKell, yeah, them get it. Steer Town, yeah, man, correct, man. See, I read the article, is just don't know a place. Steer Town, you understand? Steer Town, you have to stay far from that town. Steer far from that town. Steer Town is a place where we come from St. Anne, never really liked from the beginning of time, because every man from Steer Town claims that them have bad money, brother. You understand? And we don't have badness, we kind of avoid that place there. See, not even girl me go Steer Town go look for. You understand? To show you. Yeah, man. Dexter Daps. Breaking news. Dexter Daps released from police custody. So I think Dexter was released on Thursday, one day before the matter was to be heard by one panel. Popular dancehall entertainer Louis Grandison, better known as Dexter Daps, was released from police custody on Thursday. Peter Champagny, the go-to man. When in doubt, seek Peter out. The lawyer representing the entertainer, confirmed the development in an interview. Reports are that Dexter Daps, who has been detained at the Hunts Bay police station Well, who was detained at the Hunts Bay police station since the 8th of April was released, a day before his attorney was scheduled to appear before a tribunal relative to detentions under the state of emergency, now in South St. Andrew Police Division, via video conference to advocate for his client's release. The report from his attorney is that Grandison was released without charge. So on April 8th, Dexter Daps and several other persons were taken in for questioning by the police, reportedly in regards to gang-related activities in the police division. At the time of his detention, the police stated that intensive investigation into gang-related activities in the police division had preceded the arrest of the entertainer. Later, Champagny said he was advised that the artist had been held under the emergency detention powers within the state of emergency provisions in the police division. Then, now, Stan writes a police abuse. That's one way of looking at it. Also, another way of looking at it is that under a state of emergency, the police can hold you for 90 days without charging you. See? Whatever we may think about that, that is a part of the law and rules and regulation. I'll take the opportunity. See? Pablo Jar said the SO is a violation of ghetto youth's freedom. Well, that's the next way of looking at it as well. See? I will be a little bit more radical here. See? And I am not accusing Dexter Dapp of nothing in the world. Talented artist. And I said I've had a real life experience with Dexter Daps, and I was really impressed at his mannerism and his politeness and stuff. Yeah? But there are a couple of things where my grandmother used to tell me when I grew up. See? You never see smoke without fire. One. And as I said, I don't accuse Dexter of nothing. Two, if you don't got foul rules, foul can mess by you. See? And three, show me a company, me tell you who you are. That being said, if Dexter Daps knows that he is not involved in any nefarious activities, that he is not involved in anything gang related, good. On the flip side of that, if Dexter Daps has anything occurring in his life that should not be happening, now is the time to fix it. If Dexter Daps knows that he is parring with some man where he should not par with, he need to stop. You understand what I say? So, me hear, as Pablo Jard said and somebody else said, a violation of ghetto youth. You see, we go again, the ghetto youth syndrome, you know. Father Pablo Jard. You see that little thing there? You understand? I am looking at it from a far more broader perspective. And as me say, I not accuse Dexter Daps of nothing at all in this world, because I have no evidence that Dexter Daps is involved in anything. I am just saying, if Dexter Daps knows that he is an innocent man and he has not done anything wrong in contravention of the laws of Jamaica land we love, absolutely great. If Dexter Daps knows that there are aspects of his life that ought to be fixed, he needs to fix it. If he knows that he has friendship with persons who are of ill repute, he probably needs to distance himself. That's all I am saying. See, we have seen situations before where entertainers have been brought in and questioned and released, and them claim them not involved in nothing and arrested, and them and those, and some of those entertainers are now incarcerated. I am just saying that Dexter seems to be an intelligent fellow. See? And think Tracy Kelly sent you a message. I think that's from Patreon. Big up yourself, Tracy. May I check out the message and talk back to you. You understand? I have seen this show before and it never end well. You understand? Whoa. Miss Tracy, good night. How you doing, I chat ya? Big up yourself. You see him? Tell the patron I'm place it up. Thank you so much, Miss Kelly. Really and truly appreciate it. See him? Well, my message will look more up on Patreon. I fix up my Patreon over about tomorrow. I make it nice. Girls don't like it. Peter, I sing to a tune over Patreon. To some, if you understand, if you know you appreciate it, don't come over there. See it? In Jamaica, if it not go so, it nearly go so. See it? I hear you carry, but as I say, Dexter Dapp seems like a decent youth. Based on my short interaction with him, as I said, when I was supposed to interview Mercer, that was a day. Saying, Leonard, big up yourself in the way there, you know. Need to give him a link, see if he's good enough. We were supposed to do the interview at Friends for Real. Seeing, I go there wait for Mercer less about 2 days. You understand? Saying dep on him way. But then Dexter Daps and the whole see if you reach. Seeing, and thing, and then music did set up out a door there and we couldn't bother do the interview. But when Dexter came, I was standing there, me, Scotty, and Simon, because we there wait for Merciless. See? And Dexter walked around and greeted every single personnel at Friends for Real, whether I know them or I don't know them, shook them on, good evening, nice to meet you. See? And for a man who is a star, for do that, it shows say him out in a good place. So I know I'm nothing bad for say about the artist. All me I say to the artist, if you know say you innocent of all accusations or things that are being speculated, awesome. However, if in your head, you know say you have some things you need to fix or distance yourself from, you do that, brother. Simple maths. You understand? So when I judge a man with just a say, take sleep, mark death. Simple. Alright. Next thing you know. One look at thing I go on the political scene where some people are screaming. You see it? Where People's National Party caretaker for the St. Catherine East Central constituency, Dr. Winston Delahaye, resigned shockingly, recently, sensationally, claiming that he received a threat on his life. Auntie. That's one of the next thing in a cookie. You see, and we forgot to point out. I mean, where you come from and where you come from. And you should always remember where you come from. But you don't have to always live where you come from. You understand what I say? Because you see your environment, I'm always say this, you know. One of the greatest things that I ever do with my life is leave my community, so me I go to teachers college. Because in my community, in all honesty, you go to school, you left school, you go down and run away be at academy, or you go down to some other local place, go do some waitering course, or some housekeeping course, and you go work at hotel and then you go work on ship. I never did really want that. You understand? Alright, you go down a blue hole. You know a blue hole everybody crazy about. Like, me not live very far from blue hole. You understand? On the sentence side. See? As a matter of fact, school when I used to do pre-train teaching at just the right up on the hill, on the next side of the blue hole. I place them there. You understand? Enough girl you might know them areas there. But never mind that. See, that man blue hole in a Senton, the man. When I St. Mary, Senton, right on the border. You know why you have my border, St. Mary and Senton. You understand? And some you go make carry tourists and them look at things. Like, I did want more than that for my life. You see what I say? And thing. And I always say to myself, so that community they will hold it down. See? And thing. Yeah, man, I make the girl them know the blue hole settings, man. And you know what I mean? And thing. You know, you have to, be a geographer for a long time and you have to explore with the girl them. Like, see? So, one of the things is that when I left my community for teachers college, Boy, Kerry. T was a bad boy back in the days, you know. No, man, was a boy, man. That was a good boy. It's a good boy thing. You understand? And thing, and I always enjoy going back. I don't do it often, Zane, but I always enjoy going back home and thing. And now, man, further out from Calypso. Calypso rafting up further down on the White River, man. You understand? Blue hole, where you jump off a rope in a blue hole, and then you have White River tubing up further up the river and then sitting there. You see? And thing. So, it is important as an entertainer to remember your foundation and give back and help and revisit. But for really and truly create an address there, it may not be the wisest thing. See? Because the reality is that you see your environment, it influences your psyche, you know. Remember that, you know. No matter how strong you be, you know. See, in your environment to weigh down family. You understand what I say? And the youth them in the environment, brother, who giant things. So you have to be careful too. And I know like Dexter not have the wherewithal for move on. See? And thing. But I suppose every man choose their own destiny. The artist is an artist where I appreciate him work and the music. See? And I say to the artist, say, right now, if you know everything good with you and your conscience clean, big up yourself. If you know, say you have a few things where you need to address and fix them families. A simple thing. As me say, I've seen this movie before and it not end well. You understand? Freddy Krueger settings. You see? Yeah, man. Alright. The Dr. Della A situation. Papa son again. Strange things are happening. Strange. I mean, I suppose part of the course as a politician in Jamaica is to receive threats from opposition supporters and opponents and them things. Zin, when news broke that Dr. Della Haye resigned, me did shock in terms of he was named the candidate for the PNP like it's a few months ago, the same time when them talk about Terrell Lang Ben up and there sitting there. You understand? He was one of them. You understand? So I never long that. Go. So when me see them a retweet the tweet on Twitter. A Twitter man resign for the world, a social media people resign for these days, you know. Me say a social media people resign for. People now resign the regular way. The world change, you know. Watch out. The man resign for on Twitter. Basically, a whole heap of little things. Melissa, I think when Curfew was beating bad what they are still. But me not trouble him. I ain't really busy with politicians and them things. But here we go on. A little thing did what me have to talk about. Because the reality is that we live in a country where a threat is a threat. But say, me have a few questions I want to ask. And thing. Because for a man of the prominence of Dr. Winston, he was the former chief back in the days. If Corona did go on and this man would end up on your TV every day. He was a chief medical officer, you know. Just like Auntie Jackie, you know. Big up Auntie Jackie. Then they still ask Auntie Jackie, I don't know which part she there. And it's about a week or two now, I don't see Dr. Jacqueline Besisa Mackenzie. Auntie Jackie, we hope you're good. You understand? The calm one. See? So, Dr. Winston Della A is the former chief medical officer of Jamaica. See? He is or was the PNP standard bearer for the newest constituency in the country, East Central St. Catherine. He announced his resignation via social media Tuesday afternoon. This is what he said. I have been participating on this platform as a PNP candidate for East Central St. Catherine. After receiving a threat on my life, I have seen it fit to submit my resignation with immediate effect, he tweeted. I intend to continue with my contribution to Jamaica's development, he added. The PNP confirmed Della A's resignation in a subsequent news release. The party thanks Dr. Della A for his service to the party and will act expeditiously to identify a standard bearer in that constituency, the party said. Now, the development comes less than 3 months after Haye, who is Jamaica's former chief medical officer, was introduced as caretaker candidate for the constituency. Now, a couple of things. One, it is okay for a man to be concerned about his life and the safety of his family. Me get that. And if he deems a threat credibly enough and wants to walk away, fine. But this is the issue where me have face, you know. I mean, not face politicians this season, but watch out. There are reports, because when you hear say a politician get a threat, automatically you gotta assume say it's somebody from the opposing side threatening him. That is what me did assume initially. However, PNP sources have said that the threat actually came from within the People's National Party. That's strange. I mean, some people that say he was angling to leave before. See, and I think there was some disquiet between Dr. Haye and the hierarchy of the PNP, as Dr. Haye had called for a national lockdown amid the COVID-19 situation, a position that was not supported by the party. So, did he feel that he was not getting the support from the party, from the central executive? Interesting. That's one of the discussion. One part of the conversation. See? And that is the next strange thing about the People's National Party these days. See? Everybody come up and say the PNP is not streamlined in their message. One man say one thing, so Damian Crawford can say one thing, Michael Phillips can say one thing, Donna Scott Matley can say one thing, Haye can say one thing, Maurice Guy come say one thing, Peter Phillips come say one thing. Then it's not one party. Eh? More time you have to try to figure out is who is running the People's National Party. Like, the reality is that in any democracy, in any good democracy, you need a strong opposition. Me not see no strength in the opposition People's National Party right now, brother. Is everybody for them own. People are jockey for leadership position. I guess when they meet Dr. Peter Phillips is sick, what they are probably deep down someplace, somebody did happy. I don't know who, but they just say. Then you hear one local ruckus develop, say, because people did say, because Peter Bunting did contest the internal election one year, him should then be a successor in the event that. But then, apparently, there is now a next section of the party that is saying anybody except Peter Bunting. It got so bad where Dr. Wickham McNeil had to release a public statement saying he's not trying to unseat Dr. Peter Phillips as leader for the party, because apparently news was emerging. Be confused. News was emerging. Jamaican politics not easy, you know. See, you have to just laugh. News was emerging that Wickham McNeil was the favored person by the anti-Peter Bunting, Peter 2. People them. Strange. You understand? Labeling. Teach, I have a question for you. What Christopher Tufton have him doctorate in? You know, I'm not sure in a labeling. Good question. That's a good question. I'm not sure what he has his doctorate in though. But I know. Smarty in here. Finar, good as know, you know. Finar. What does the health minister have him PhD, you know? See? So, you know, right now, the People's National Party are them one worst enemy. And this is my thing. If Dr. Winston Haye received a threat on his life, would it not be the correct thing to report said threat to the police? Has a report been made to the police? Wanda Phonics said business administration. LD and Brown said marketing. See? So I'm not sure. Business administration and marketing, I just have to make one PhD. It's good as that. You understand? And thing. Some okay. Alright. I could have one of them one there, two of them together. See? So for the benefit of Jamaica, see, a marketing, okay, then say a marketing. For the benefit of Jamaica, it would be good. See? Because the stronger the opposition is, the better it is for Jamaica's democracy. Right now, the PNP in above 5 different parties. You understand? You know what? I saw a meme one time, you know. Say me can't find it. I see a meme one time, you know. I'm going to bring it up because the meme, there is something to the meme. See? Let me see. Something in the meme. Something is in the meme. Show me there now. Boom. Say me can't find the meme. No. Not that. But I can't find the meme still. Oh, yeah, me find the meme. So the meme say the best party shop in Jamaica. So it's a poll. See, it's not me do it. I never do the meme. It's see me see the meme on Twitter. I'm screenshot the meme. It's a mean meme. See, the meme say best party shop in Jamaica. Sorry, I never have it. Sorry, I couldn't just put it in my background. So, best party shop in Jamaica. You have Tasties, Juicy Beef, Mothers, and the PNP. Doctorate is in business or marketing, I believe. Cool. See? So again, the poll, best party shop in Jamaica. And the party shop them, Tasties, Juicy, Mothers, and the PNP. Alright, so the votes were Tasties a lead, 51%. And I think Juicy Beef are the best party in our country still. But there's a next discussion for you next. So nobody take me on now. Watch it now. See? Phillips was a bachelor's degree in economics and master's in government and a doctorate in international political economy and development studies. Cool. Heavy so? Zine, so TST is 51%, Juicy 25%. I don't know who vote, cause Juicy party hot. Yes, and Mothers 2%. This Mothers party is the worst party with Juicy. I couldn't tell no lie. Even though I got Michael, Mothers party save enough time cause it is cheap and it didn't near it. Zine and the PNP party shop 22%. So basically, Zine, so Kerry, is you eat my party? Or me eat my patty when I buy my patty. Then you will tell me which patty tastes better to me, miss. Then I never see this. Right now, the next patty shop is Kerry J Patty Shop. You understand? 1%. Yeah? Yeah, man. Labeling. In a Jamaican political parlance, you don't normally serve in a ministry because you have qualification in another ministry, in all honesty. Because if so be the case, what is Andrew Holness' qualifications as Prime Minister? What was Portia Simpson Miller's qualification as Prime Minister? PJ Patterson. See, you have qualification for, you understand what I say? And so I don't know that not being a medical doctor don't mean you can't be Minister of Health. Mercury, it might help, in all honesty, because at least you have a understanding of how the sector work, which is a very fair point. Zine and thing. So, you know, interesting, I suppose. Zine, yeah. So, you know, them say the third best partition in the country is PNP. Then see poll there, Mothers come last. And Kerry J Party Shop come fifth, you know, cause, you understand? Omar Henry, I'm going to tell you a thing where you're not going to believe, you know. You know what I hear from a good source. And I don't like Devano's party either. See? I think Devano's party is just a name thing. Watch you know. First thing, you can't even name a party them good, because they make them in some pyramid party. Party for shape like regular party. You bite up this and you eat till you reach. Pyramid party now, you burn up all the whole of your mouth, because you don't even know if you eat it. You try to figure out how you go eat this a party and all. So you hold beer and then you don't even know if you eat it. See? Yeah, man, I know what PJ's qualifications were. But those qualifications make you a prime minister, if you get what I say. See? You don't have to have qualification to be a certain thing. You understand? Although I feel that all political representatives should at least have some training in political science. I have said that before. I understand where labeling I reached, you know. But I just try to play the devil's advocate. You know thing go. You understand what I say? And thing. And Kerry, don't, you know, I leave you alone. I leave you alone. You understand? Who me there talk to look wild? Me there talk to somebody about juicy beef patty. Yeah, me I say, but Devon, you don't even know if you eat the patty there. Watch out now. I hear say, Devon's patty is made by mothers. If you don't believe me, you don't go do your research. Devon's patty and mothers make it. So you come like mothers make a good patty and give Devon's and then them take one left. Because mothers patty, I don't know. Yeah, man, TS's party still around, man. I say, man, big TS's on a crossroad and one up on the boulevard. TS's party there, Albo. TS's party there, Portmore, downtown, one that Albo. See? Something. So, yeah. But me, I say, a mothers make Devon's party still. See? So take that as you will. But then say, the third biggest party shop in the country is PNP. I don't miss the same up here, I tell her. You understand? Then believe it. You see it? Auntie. Yeah. Auntie, you see it? And that's I'm in a tongue argument with Kerry on a day, so we just leave her alone, yeah, because you understand? Yeah, man. The juicy patty crust too soft. Look here. You see when you have a Clarendon Park and you link up a Joe Kitchen place, then no patty no night. Right now, a patty them now a Joe Kitchen Clarendon Park headquarters nicer than the rest of Josie Beef because they have to travel, you know. So when they travel, they're not so nice. But you see when them they are Clarendon Park, then the patty there's a different patty. Their body can't tell me nothing about them the patty. And they know that too. You understand what I say? Me not know that one of foreign people. A Josie Beef patty thing there. Me say, Clarendon Park, there are Joe Kitchen, Josie Beef headquarters. When you go St. Elizabeth or you go Manchester or anywhere else or you come from them places, you tap this up. Even if you can't party go out in a vehicle, you know, nice again, you have to eat it. When you eat it, it's a different party. You can't tell me nothing. You understand? Yeah, so when I was a boy, mother's party, but it look like growth mother's party, brother, because mother's party, you know, even PNP party shop bigger than for them, you know, see? You understand? If PNP start make sorry party, then get my vote. Yo, it's a good one. Omar, tell it me say, Clarendon Park party, there's no better party. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. Yeah, that's how the thing go. Ready or no, peeps? So, I don't know. But as a Jamaican, I'm concerned for the fact that you have an administration where the leader is so popular in the Honorable Andrew Oldest. See, and you realize you ever hear me call the Prime Minister bro, you just do that. So, you know, I not think that's something that really fit in all. And I did it once when I did a video. Come to do a video. That is the first video I upload for 2020. And me say, no matter what you think about politicians, you have to admire the accomplishment of the Prime Minister. And me say some other little things and things. See, but me did hashtag bro God. And somebody take me to task about it. You understand? Me I say, you know, so serious family. But I don't refer to the Prime Minister as that. It's the PM or Mr. Owners or I just think that bro God thing, I know my thing. You understand? For a number of reasons. See, the Jamaica Labour Party and Andrew Owners continue to be a popular political movement. Yeah? It has struck a chord with the younger generation. Most of the people them in the voting, the electorate. See, many persons in the electorate finds the PNP to be backward in them thinking. They don't identify or connect with the leadership of the PNP. Many persons are of the opinion that Peter Phillips is unelectable and the PNP cannot win under Peter Phillips. I mean, I tell you what the streets are saying based on my assessment of the thing too. Zane, and for know that a government that is plagued with so many corruption scandals, Zane, corruption beat them left, right, and center, plus other things, and they remain so popular because there's not a viable alternative in the people their mind. Zane, and when we talk politics, we not talk politics with no PNP and a JLP, and we talk politics for the betterment of the country. Right now, the opposition need for sort out, them need for farm back one party. You understand what I say? And thing. Zane? But BM, irrespective of what you say them do, the realities that the people them don't see an alternative, and that's what we are talking about, you know. So whatever you think them do, brother, you understand what I say? The people them not see an alternative, and that is sad in a democratic country. That is the point of me I try and make you see, you know. So sitting down and say them do this and do that, and there's no alternative in the people them mind, in the electorate mind, then them will continue to do what them say them doing BM, because what? There is nothing there to present a force in them doings. You understand? And we are going to lose. Yeah, man, I think I see the video. But I don't want him to watch it all, like, because he's a busy man, you know. You understand what I say? And thing. So, what me concerned about is the fact say, no matter what right now, we look like a one party in our country. And in a democratic society, that no make no sense to me. Because the PNP continue to shoot themselves in them foot. You understand? Yeah, some people in the PNP will love to talk, and when them talk, I be a crap themselves some of the time. You understand what I say? Them not connect with the youths. See? On social media, you know, man. The JLP beat them left, right, and center, you know. Practically every Jamaica Labour Party MP, well, except Carl Samud and Mike Henry, I mean, I see them. They're on social media, you know. Active on social media, you know. Which part the young people them there? Not on social media. Say if you want to reach the young people them is what you need for God. Part on social media. See it? Let me tell you how the country stay now, based on my assessment. You can't say nothing about Andrew Wallace and the young people them not take you on. And you can't say nothing about PNP and the older people them not take you on. So the divide now is young and old. The young people them, Jamaica Labour Party, the old people them, PNP. And that's what I think they know. I want to look on the thing. And I guess when me I tell you, I remember I did political science in college. They don't guess this, you know. Yeah, so me I say. So don't just call you say a Geo me teach with verse, you know. Yeah, so no kind of well read. And we know what go on. Our social sciences we do when we go to school, family. You see it? Miss Beverly Palmer, big up yourself. You see me? Teach them. Big PM name. Jarvis, I need to be a politician. But don't allow me and the politician thing. Don't allow me. Because, here we go. As me done telling you, based on my assessment of the political landscape in Jamaica, if you go in politics and you want to make a difference, dog them your supper. Because no difference not there to make. If you want to make a difference and you not conform or reform, then them backbench your brother, so what kind of influence you got from a backbench? So then me not into that. And knowing my personality, and I mean, I'm foolishness with the guy, and then I would have never seen light idea. You see me I say? And that's the thing there, you know. You have some youths who go in politics who want to make a difference, you know. But them get lost in Babylon because them not realize them not get a chance to make a difference if them not move with the tide. And by the time them start move with the tide, them get old, brother, and just become a part of the system. Zane and thing. Walter Griffiths. For me, we not join no party lines. If we are making an assessment for political representation, we are going to look on the pros and the cons and see which political organization best represents my ideas and my philosophies and principles. And if none of them, we not choose none. You understand what I say? I just say a thing there. Zane and thing. Yeah, man. I know when Walters asks a question, some people are say, yeah, man, teacher got, and we're going to know, say, teach, a long time teacher, teacher support the party, then I'm going like him now. You can't trick me. Yeah, you can't trick me. Me say, you can't trick me. Big up yourself, father. Griffiths, me not say you are trick me, but me know some people. I say, bombard, you ask a question, you know? All right, look what teacher going to say at that party there. And that one day, you can't trick me. Smart town. No, okay, yeah, no, I'm going to. But yo, peace. So I look at, and as me I say, me wrap up with that story. Zane, if Dr. Haye was actually threatened, if his life was threatened, that is really and truly sad. Zane, if his life was threatened, he need to make a formal report to the who threatened him. What them threatening him say? Zane. Auntie, but I think I did so a message something about a place, you know. You understand what I say? Auntie. Russian bed said, don't let them trick you. Teach. Too much funny business now. Brother, politics thing rough, brother. The politics thing rough. And as I say, if you be anybody in a politics, you have to conform to the folly, brother. You understand what I say? And then that to then defeat the purpose of be going to politics in the first place. You see? You then defeat the purpose, in brother. Because you want going there to make a change, but then you change to suit the system. Because in order for you come to the forefront where you can influence certain things, you have to sell out. I lose interest in a political directive landscape long time still. Growing up as a boy, I always say we want contribute to national development. I suppose we choose a teaching route, Zane, and them something there. And think, but I don't know still. It's rough. It's rough out there. You understand? I mean, I know yes man, brother. And that them not gonna like that. You feel me? I say them not gonna like that. So from early them are gonna say, hey, a trouble this money come for gain, and you know say we can't afford for nobody again a trouble in our shop, you know. You see? Auntie. I think it's a cell phone. I think it's a messaging saying get, you know. I don't think it's a verbal threat, you know. Raymond, I think somebody must call him and say X, Y, and Z. Finance or finance, no sir. My look dark here if you get great fast. No Rasta. You understand? No. Education, no, so them would cause my idea education different from some people idea education, you know. You understand? I am into people doing what them strongest at, and we create specialists in the society. So if a youth want become law enforcement of a military school where them go from early, if a youth is gifted musically, them go and perform in art school. You understand? If a youth good with maths, it's a math school. If a youth want pull down some computer and become an engineer, electrical technician, then go to school. If a youth love construction, then you have a school for that. If a youth love medicine, you have a school for that. You understand? A youth want to do education, you have a school for that. A youth a sports you want to play, you have some only for GC faster. You understand what I say? So for me, Zane, a youth want go into agriculture, you have agriculture prep school, basic school, primary school, high school, agriculture, university. You understand what I say? So this thing when every youth, let me take down this brother from around say, you know, cause this thing when every youth I do the same thing when every youth don't have the intellectual capacity to do the same thing. That make no sense, brother. This thing when every youth need to get 9 and 10 CXC for survive in a world, that make no sense, brother, because every youth can get 9 and 10 CXC, brother. Some youth, you give them one musical instrument and them are the greatest thing in the world. Some youth, you give them a football or one spikes and then run the whole track 1,000,000 times. Or every youth to get 9 subjects and every youth don't have the intellectual capacity to get 9 subjects. See? A youth want to go build some grill and fabricate some metal work at the type of schooling go. You see me the point? But you see the system designed in such a way to keep the rich man pitney rich and him family rich and the poor man poor, brother. If me become minister, them would vex. May I tell you? Cause first thing I want back is $52 million. First thing I go want back the 52. Anyway, if you come, I want it back. That $52 million, if you go back in the account, them where them come from. So if you can't, me not interested. That's the first thing. You understand? You don't know what I'm going, you know. Cause me look on the as an educator, me look, peeps, I teach some youth. The youth, them just can't manage the theoretical aspect of the thing. But can them go out a door? Zin? Can them go out a door and them in a them zone? The classroom and a film thing. Zin? You see me? So, boy, I don't know Rasta. Again, from education, because I tell you, if a youth leave school, Zin and him not gainfully employed, and him not attached between the age of 17 and 23 or 20, him have to go in the military. Look here, it thing not as hard to fix as some people think and I make it look, you know. Zin? But say, as me done telling you, one of my greatest saying in this life is that the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. People now go see the thing how you see because the things that are way for some family keep them last name. Because you know in Jamaica, we operate on a last name basis. Your last name is the most important thing. Don't mean now I want to say your name Williams. It means nobody who you know name Williams except Ronnie Williams. Yeah, so I say, who else you know name Williams? Except Ronnie Williams. And some people don't even know Marsran. You see me the point? So if you don't have a surname, you're not a problem from long time, you know. And then, you know, if you have a surname, you know, but you know somebody who got a surname. I don't know nobody who got a surname. You understand? The surname are brown and black and pink and then surname that we know. You understand? I don't know where I go in this country, you know. He man never name Williams Ray, man. He man name George Williams Garden, you know. He man name George and then if he name Williams Garden, then he married to the I don't know. You understand that strange, you see it? Then boy, I don't know, yeah, man. You see me? I don't know. But as an educator, and reality still if me go into politics, I would want to do something in relation to the environment. Zine, probably something in relation to agriculture. I think if I become agriculture minister, you see, yo, we grow everything. All rice we start grow ya. What me say? We have to create some condition of rice have to grow ya. Wheat we are grow. Zine, if you can't grow regular, we develop some ways. Why the youth them up them they over VDTI, Zine and maritime and UTech and you we are do. You see me I say? So we are create some strain of wheat. We didn't say weed in because we got that already. And them something we can grow here. We are growing one thing, say. You understand me I say? Only thing that we are coming out where we can grow. Eh? We not top. Zin, organic farming no gone. Hydroponics and them something there. Zin, sure. Yo, me have too much idea. Them couldn't go manage me. Cause first time I was said, this a youth I go on like you want to come take over I think. I wouldn't be and him forgot a surname. I where come from? Then Williams a name. Peeps. Oh, no, big up on us. Me have one more story. But we don't talk about it. The great Barry G, you see? Some rumors been a go around. So him dead. Not no go so. Barry G dismisses death rumors. Says he, I suppose if he might dismiss it, then he might be alive. Then he need to say that against it. Barry G dismisses death rumors. Says he's alive and well. So veteran broadcaster Barry G. Gordon, now retired, has silenced rumors being circulated on social media that he died. Yo, social media is the next thing, you know. Some people not for company. Some people favor social media ban on them like. You understand? In his inimitable style. Inimitable style. Like why I'm not answer that word there. Then Gordon responded with a video message from his home in Savannah, Lamar. You know how much guy can answer that word there? Savannah, Lamar. I want to learn to talk. Then in Westmoreland, stating that he was alive and well. You understand? In his response video, Gordon said, "Hey, this is Barry G." And then said the boogeyman said, "I am alive and kicking." There are reports going around, people carrying news claiming that me Barry G dead. If I did, may the Lord rest my soul, but I am alive and kicking. The reports had claimed that Gordon died in New York after being admitted to hospital last Friday. People wicked, you know? Gordon announced his retirement in January of this year after 45 years in radio. He rose to prominence in the late 1970s while working at the now defunct Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation as well as Radio Jamaica RGR. In subsequent years, Gordon did stints at a number of radio stations including Power 106, KLA SFM, Hot 102, and most recently, Mellow FM. You understand? Yeah, I saw me see them kill off Kim on the air up on North Korea there. See, man, now walk around one fertilizer factory the other day still. So, I don't know. You understand? Yeah, boy, the devil find work. Yeah, glad with that. I don't do a rasta. You see, so Barry G is alive and well. You understand? Yo, me not understand people, you know? You know how much people kill off on social media? Boy, I don't know. Yo, I don't know. But people, for me, on a serious level still, a country can improve. It will take a while, but it can improve. See, you have many bright minds in the country, many innovative thinkers, you understand? Many persons who, if you give them the opportunity to fix things, sorry guys, things can be fixed. You understand what I say? But the reality is that you have to remember, say, it's a system, you know. See, and the system done set away. You understand? And in order to fix certain things, you have to mash down the system. But how many people brave enough to mash down the system? You understand? We are a sort of conformists. You see? We just fall in line. Say me, I say, when I say, you're going to mash down now, you're burn down now, you know. You see? And thing. But be radical in your thoughts, man. Be revolutionary in your thinking. You see? The education system is in my opinion, in all, is whack, is crap. And I am an educator. You understand? The system designed for a particular type of learner. Yes, we know that there has been a push now to ensure that each youth have a skill, Zane, but I still force on something upon him. The youth them for specialize in them strengths. Zane, anything when you do with your love, you have to excel at it, a common sense, that a logics. You understand? Zane, anything when you love, you have to excel at it. Zane, and you need specialists. You don't need a man who can do a job. You need a man who make for a job. You see me, I say? But some of my ideas are too radical for some people still. You see? And thing. See, yes, you want to overthrow a queen. Into that, but so I think. A whole heap of things we have to say in more time, you know, but more time we just give some things to ourselves. Because and everything good for talk sometime, yeah, sir. Yeah, son. But more time, you see the size of my head, a whole heap of things medicine from time to time. My head not just big, see, you know. You see? Yeah, man, and I just water in there. You see? And as Alkaline say, I underestimate me, I have to go redo the measurement. Remember that. Don't ever do that. Me tell the worst thing you can ever do in your life is underestimate that big head boy. They're wrong. You have to go redo the measurement. You see, you have to measure wrong. Yeah, man. Peeps, I got my bed. No, I not got my bed. I go do that. Even though I know nobody now watch it. But my principle on YouTube right now, you do a video and once somebody watch it, you do a next one, probably 2 person, and you do a next one, then 3 person, then 4, and then by the time you know 5 people are watching video, then you give thanks. You understand? So we are gonna do it because I don't know where well, I mean it is in text form, but some people like to listen. See, and some people like I know the app is there and it's available to everybody. But me enjoy doing the video in terms of spread out, so yeah man, spread out, yeah man, but you want to go and spread out, you know. See, spread out the pan leave. You understand? Yeah man, spread out, you know, lock off, quarantine settings. From time to time I have to go forward out, him do that, but him devil man, spread out can't go nowhere. You understand? Spread out can't go in. Right now, you are after spread out alive, me have to go just laugh after you. Man, if you ask to spread out the boat, they're easy, brother. They spread out now if you go laugh after you, man. Yeah, man, spread out have a stain, man. You know what I mean? Curfew and these things. Peeps, big up on yourself. Now I start work on the video. If I even do the voiceover part and then cause them video they take longer than them video take 3 to 4 hours and then take a little time. You understand? Earlier no school tomorrow morning. But well, me have class, supposed to have class about 11 o'clock with me youths them. And things. Speaking about that, you know me, yeah, me for some things. Start some shit. Nah man, spread out good man. Spread out nah eat no rat bat man. I drink no bad soup man. Spread out good. You understand? So you see, Miss Fang, so she like the breakdown videos. I like them too. I don't like them in terms of the whole COVID thing, but I like them in terms of bringing the info. Because that is what we're doing, we bring information. And remember saying in my video, them, you know, we don't really color no video and give no opinion or no views. Zine, we give the information. Some people don't really love that. Some people love the controversy and love the conspiracy theories. And I'm gonna tell you this and I tell you that. That turn on some people. You understand? But we just, you know, a vanilla. The information, a vanilla. You understand me? I say if you want to put nutmeg to it and look other things to it, you understand? So evaporated milk and some things, and you know what I mean? You can spice it how you want, but a vanilla with thing there. Zin and thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna start the video. Normally how that video works, Zin, I saw that last time. So the release from the ministry, that are the first part of the video. Then I go on the app and I screen record very meticulously because all the diagrams there, even with the parishes, one by one, counting to keep everything on a level, each graph, same thing, screen recorded on my iPad. Drop it to my MacBook. Zine and screenshot of a screenshot. Zine and what kind of video? I have been doing the daily breakdown of the COVID statistics 3 days in a row now. So I think I want to continue to do it. So this one for today I will probably upload a morning. Zine, but I will start to work on it now and something. So it will take me about 1 good 3 hours. Zine, because and then the script, me have to edit it each day because the number changes. Then voice over that. Edit the voice over, cut it up, because you know we make mistakes when you read sometimes. So you have to cut that and then get the pictures and do the screen recording on the iPad and all sorts of things. Because the app, the Windows, the desktop, the website, it is not as detailed as the app, in my opinion. And some of the graphs and some of the things are not on the website. So some things me have to screen record from the website and some from the app, and because the phone screen small and the iPad screen bigger, you get a better resolution when you have to blow up the videos and the pictures, even though it kind of look wash out same way and the quality is not there. But I go on, it take a little while, but I enjoy doing it in terms of presenting the information. So Kerry and Miss Fang so they watch it, so that are two people. Dog King, big up yourself, you know. You understand, peeps? Good night. Zane, want him again, but you know what I think of Russ. Zane, love is always there. No matter how we just sorry, raga here, we not care. Zane, be look dark and nice still. I go and beat it. Rick Ross style. Or I know that Rick Ross say, I can't tell you that, but never mind, you know what I say. Big up on yourself, Pete, so I appreciate the support. You hear, sir? Zane, I know some people did a school Friday night. That means not a robot. Sometimes I get sick too. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I'm not in the mood. Sometimes I feel drained. Zane and thing. So sometimes you have to just recoup, step back, and step forward again. You know what I think? So I feel a little bit refreshed tonight, and you know all the vibes. Some serious thing. We laugh about some things and them something. You know what I think? Enjoy your week as best as you can. I know some persons still have to be out in the streets working. Some persons are on the front lines in the corona fight, whether it is in the military or in the police force or in the medical field, seeing the firefighters, the whatever you do. Seeing some of my supporters in the United States, they work with the postal services, some work in other areas where they are essential workers. So whether you're home or you're abroad, just be careful. You understand? This thing is serious. Zane. Some people are still brushing it off and in a real and a conspiracy and this. So no can't stay there. Right? I know I don't want to find out. You understand what I say? Some of us are going all the thing. Zane? And them something there. You understand? Him caring, and because the last time he got a haircut, he was too on him to cuss. Ryan Williams, pick up yourself in the family. You understand? And thing. Peace, big up on yourself, yeah, sir. As I say, I appreciate the support. Try to be careful, protect yourselves, protect your family. See, I know it's frustrating for some people to be in one place so long and you can't move and your business may be suffering and your finances are depleting and you don't know, but we have life, and as long as we have life, then you know thing can improve. See, and thing. We say best thing China ever make and it lasts the longest. Boy. But I get into that today, you know. Nah, I'm gonna mix me. You see me? I say, yeah, man. Peeps, big up on yourself. How much time I say that? I tell you say that. I cut. I big up some people still. Right now, I'm not too go up on the road. So if I bother go through the road routine, but you don't know it. You understand? Yeah, man. One could only the cash you need. Keep your phones in your pockets and bags. Use them only when you need them. Zane, load the big old headphone them. Stop separate yourself from the environment. The Bluetooth headpiece them. Them not hot. I don't know I'm tuning on them something there. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. Them big old chain and bangles and fandangles that you work for. Your money pay for, but people take it from you and take your life in the process. See, if you must take public transportation, try to travel in a group. Right now, a group thing kind of rough, but you know what I say. You understand? See, but know the do's and the don'ts. Take the license plate number. So you go get somebody. Tell people you're there. Tell people where you go. So even if I sneak up on one little ends, you must have somebody where you can tell say that ends stay there. You understand what I say? For the people them know like you're lucky in, or you suffer from the Instagram syndrome from long time, fix it. People are live their best life, just live a life where you are live the best way you can. All your own until you can own your own. Feel me? I say the people them every move they make them still put it on them status. People are watching them. And everybody want to say on a friend or on a friend. Ladies, nobody no need to know so you just bathe and lay down in your bed naked. You understand what I say? What's if you know someone look a kill this boy if I run a car and stop prayer? Zane, and you're good as they give your number one time and now him see it by your status say you're naked alone in your bed and your people them not did their name sitting there. Then you're not sensible, you know? For the people them live their private life in their public. Top! Nah, not more visit to no. Peeps, big up on yourself, you know. Empress Cookie, mama. Russian Ben, Miss Millicent Thomas McDermott, Danny Blackhorse, Jaro Triosik, Jaro, big up yourself. Zane Dante Dan, Michael May, Miss Funk, Zane BM, big up yourself, you know, brother. You know what I mean? Father Danny, Manas, you know. I no, they're still there, like Unana yard. Eh? Unab the yard. Zane? Why am I? My color look weird now. Like I want change. Alright. I don't know what look well enough. Couldn't tell you what go on. You see? But say, it go on. You see me? But I forgot any stream manually so. But I have to forward back. I don't find still there, man. Big up on yourself. You understand? Zane? Auntie. You know. Camera go on still. Yeah, Kerry, me see man. Thing could have gone out of the bed. Yo. I big up the rest of people my name big up earlier. Zane. It's there, so. And thing. Hey, Kerry, big up yourself. Miss Lisa Lindsay. Appreciate that in the moment. Peter May. Carl, big up yourself in the family. You see me? Yeah, man. Miss Joan Gray. All of the moderators, them big up themselves, you know. See, let me say me can't find this over here. So all of the persons who contributed financial. Yeah, me did ask Craig something, you know. Craig, creations, is that a business type of thingy? Zane, and if so, what you create, brother? Then make we know, I suppose we can patronize the business. We not hide no. It's a family around here, sir. You understand? Zane, we not go nowhere. We not go in. Zane, lawful. So all the persons who contributed financially to the stream tonight, lawful, big up yourself, you know, Mr. Millicent Thomas McDermott, Jerry Wilson, Dancehall Entertainment TV, Jaro 306, Miss Susie Hinkle, Zane, and Lee Bling. Big up on yourself. See me I say? Yeah, man. Still there. Yeah, brother, I think freeze up, so I have to turn off the computer and turn it on back. The thing with my streaming software still is that the stream now go end unless me end the stream manually. Zane, so that is a good thing. So even if the stream crash, I always have the ability to resume the stream. That I always tell people. Soon start advertise. Zane, it in the word. Alright, brother, I say a word. As soon as the thing ready, you make it know. Feel me? I say, yeah, man. Zane and thing. Cause you know, food have to put on the table and the youths have to eat. You see me? Yes, I. Peeps, big up on yourself still. Teach. If you keep a corona party one night. Brother, I think with the party with YouTube, you can't really play music for people music around here, you know. You understand? We're not really on a ride, so you see him? And thing. Unless Kerry J bring a bottle. It's a good thing to come back on ya. Can read for any stream and come back. Press cookie, big up yourself for me. Really and truly appreciate that. You understand what I say? And thing. Yeah, me start look clean and clear again. Because my camera did take a little while for warm up. See? You can know so I now go out now so then friend say yes on the black again. See? I'll get you over color, you know. And thing. I know people I don't bleach. You understand? And all about football injury them there. See? See? We don't bleach. You understand? What kind of white though? Jaja. Yeah. The party thing, I don't know how you keep that. You understand? Teacher bleach. No, brother. Don't do the bleaching thing, bro. You understand? Right now, his son burn up your head. See, I kind of too light still. I don't appreciate that color there, but you understand? It light, and the camera kind of make it look broader than it really is. You see? But, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. With this light. See, I light. Light, that's a light, that's a light, that's a light, that's a light all over. So we're not white. You see it? Yeah, we have a look up shade. What kind of party that, Kerry? I don't know why I asked that question, but me asked already. And stick though. Yo. Peace, me I can go with bed. Good night, Kerry. Peace, big up on yourself, yeah, sir. More than likely you'll see me tomorrow night because I'm almost certain, based on the fact that there was no press conference. Wanna see me do interviews, wanna know my colour. You understand? I don't know come go like see me a white man. I don't know my normal colour. But because me still on the light, then me look white. Yeah, that's what I say. See? Know yourself, man. You keep teach them link up one at a time, you know. When there's something a clean and some normalcy resume around the world and people have some disposable income again and them look at things. You understand? Because they know it's going to take a little while. See, probably them time they reach about 250,000 subscribers. You don't know, a good celebrate, a good milestone that you see and things. So, you know what I mean? And them something. So, peeps, big up on yourself, yeah, sir. As I say, I'm going to soon tomorrow because the possibility is very high that there will be a press conference tomorrow, seeing that the one on Friday was postponed. So, you know, from there's a press conference, I'm going to stream. As I say now, I'm going to work on the video now, peeps. At 12 o'clock, see, I know I love it talking, but I'm going to do some work so I can get a video out in the morning and them something there. See, good night, guys. Get some rest. See, enjoy the rest of your night and we'll talk soon. Talk good. See? Kind of look blurry. Why am I look blurry? Why my background look blurry? See? I'm not a transparent background. Probably me eye them tired. Yeah, soon change the camera. So yeah, peace. Big up on yourself, yeah, sir. Yeah, sir. And thing. Look come on, walk good. Step with Jah. Peace and love. I'm out. Kerry, leave me.
Thank you for tuning in. Love you guys. Subscribe, share the stream with your family and friends, and now's the chance for more American content. Till next time, good, my friend.
Hey, hello. Send the message, reach them, hit them. What we present